It would be totally funny. We're super live right now, so just continue talking about.
Oh, we're live.
Ah, yeah, we're here.
Because I was picturing Giselle as dragging as myself the other day, and man, uh, I don't know why Danny put that image in my head.
I
Okay.
think, well,
All right. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We were just having a very bizarre conversation in Discord before this was starting, but it said we're live on the thing, so I had to click the live button. Anyhow, welcome to the stream. I'm Aaron, known on Board Game Arena as webberaj, and you've just run into another Open Table stream. If you are brand new here or stumbling across the spot on YouTube, Open Table is an all-player commentary stream, so I'm joined today by 3 other experts from the BGA community. We're going to play a game on training mode, which means that ELO is disabled and there's no timer. The idea is we're just going to do like an open hand game. So we're going to play a normal game of TM, but we're going to discuss strategy openly, even if it means kind of messing up our own game because we're revealing our hand, so to speak. But the purpose is for people who are into Terra Mystica, just to get a bit of a snapshot of what experts are thinking about and talking about as we're sort of planning our games out. If you have questions in chat, please hit us up in chat with questions. If you disagree with some of the stuff we're doing, like please be vocal, speak your mind. We're going to do our best to engage with chat throughout the stream. Let me quickly just introduce the players we've got around the table today. I've got all returning guests. Great to have you guys all back. FadiB from Canada. We've got Logus from Brazil and Ryan the Man from Canada as well. Say hi, guys.
hello.
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 Settings for tonight's game. I will jump right over there and we can take a look at that. This is what the guys have picked out for today. We've got, of course, training mode. Game board's going to be Fire and Ice today. We've just been figured, like, people have been doing a lot of lakes. There's a lot of lakes content right now. I'm kind of fjords to oat at the moment. Yeah, I think Fire and Ice would be certainly fun to play around with. I do love Fire and Ice map. It's been a while since I've spent a lot of time with it, so I think that would be cool. We're also going to do Fire and Ice endgame scoring is going to be on. The Fire and Ice factions are off, but we did turn on the scoring and thought it would just be cool to do the map as well. All the usual auctions, variable turn order, mini expansions, on that kind of stuff. We are playing the game with landscape, so that is our game for today. No, not random map, Hubert. We actually thought about doing that. Ryan made the joke of doing arena settings when we first started, which would just entail random map and see what happens, but we kind of wanted to avoid lakes. Anyhow, you guys.
No. Don't say we. Fadi wanted to avoid lakes.
Fatty.
Let's be honest.
Fatty wanted to avoid lakes. Is that who it is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We as in Fatty. Sorry, Ryan. I don't remember.
Joking.
Anyhow.
Logus and I need practice.
Oh, right. I like lakes. I don't know.
I do
I
not.
like lakes. It's aggressive. It's great for the viewers.
As
Edge scoring. I love edge scoring.
edge scoring. No, is that edge?
Yeah.
It is. Okay, sorry. I always have to.
BJ, but this is outpost. What the fuck is an outpost?
Okay, outpost. What is the type of scoring that's referred to that is like not towns?
Cluster settlements, it's called.
Yeah,
On
settlements.
BGA.
They call it settlements. For some reason, I always thought
We
that was.
call it clusters.
We call it
usually.
clusters. Okay, I always thought it's like anti-town sort of incentive stuff. I always thought that was called outposts. Anyhow, but we have edge scoring as people commonly refer to it. Who wants to break down this setup? I have to think about this a little bit, especially with the Fire and Ice scoring. Someone who's later on. Logus, you want to tackle this for us?
Ugh, do I have to wait? Hold on.
I mean, you don't have to.
What do you mean? It's-
I'm looking at. I mean, when you see the Earth Code Spade in the round one, you think dwarves immediately, but dwarves in this map, they are so fucking bad. I mean, we got their landscape, so maybe they have an easier time connecting, but still, it's iffy. It's weird.
And why did you say dwarves? You saw the Earth Spade, Earth 2 get a spade. That was kind of.
Yeah, and there is no shipping tile, neither of those, so dwarves could be promising here. But I'm traumatized regarding dwarves in this map.
It is.
I get that.
It's one of those things that people always like look for not having the ship tiles in the game. For which is obviously helpful for dwarves because they can't really use them. Same as fakirs. I mean, it's just not that common that both of them are not in, given that there's 3 pass tiles that are not in each game, and you're looking for 2 of them not to be in. This is interesting that we're seeing both this Earth Spade and neither ship tile in.
Yeah.
So fakirs could be interesting, but cultists are also interesting here. So that's a bit. You don't want to be one of them when both playing. I mean, it's gonna be ugly.
Fakirs and cultists. Are fakirs and cultists particularly ugly on Fire and Ice?
Yeah, especially the fight around the 85 and B6.
Right.
Although it's a bit better for Fakirs because there is no team ship. If
Yeah,
you
I was
here,
gonna say.
Fakirs, yeah. So Fakirs could have a game here. I don't know a lot about edge scoring for them. They got I4, I6, and A9 as naturals, but then D1, A4, but these are all some very speculative. I actually don't recall. I think Nomads. I have played Nomads with edge scoring here, but Nomads, the challenge is always can you connect? Right. This map is trash for Nomads to connect.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Who else is fine here? Mermaids are usually fine, but ugh, you don't have the GPP. You
Yeah.
don't have a good water code spade. You have some limited stronghold and sanctuary. Um, Darkness could be fine-ish.
We're missing both ship tiles and 6 coins.
Yeah.
And the round 6 is bad, kind of bad scoring with just this big building. Otherwise, the track is
Yeah.
Around 6 big buildings, usually I think mermaids and cultists.
Yeah.
You think
That's what I
mermaids?
feel like.
That's weird. I don't particularly like that them for big building. I usually think cultist and darklings. I like darklings stronghold in round 6.
Oh yeah,
With
landscape,
landscapes, yeah, it's pretty good. Cultist, it is one of those things that if you're going to build a big building, like round 6 is when
you
to
might.
do it. But I often find like I just end up wanting to build dwellings and it hurts my network. So I always like see that and be like, oh, this is good for cultists, and then I bid on them, I play them, and then it comes around round 6, and I always find something else to do other than building. I don't know.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Yeah.
I think this might come as a surprise, but I think engineers might be good here.
I don't know. Okay. The reason I'm not sure about engineers is edge scoring does not seem like I love playing engineers. I'm sure I could put together a game here, but I'm not seeing edge scoring here for engineers.
They could have a bit, but they will hardly be going for a win here.
Like if we're
Swarmlings could do edge scoring. I mean, Swarmlings can do basically anything. But if Yellow is not in, they could go for extra. Oh, we have landscape, right? So from the 10 you can make a mega town that gets a good portion of edges. You can reach to get B8,
Yeah.
B10, B9, D11, E7, and dig down to F6, G9, and H10.
NGs could do edge, Jekyll.
Polygon.
And I guess if NGs have the game they really want to, or they get to the west, B1, C1, this can be a late 10. Yeah, I guess they maybe get this north stuff, the sort of A file here, 5 and 6, 5, 6, and 7, those hexes.
Yeah, my issue with changes is okay.
You mean west?
Game. I think I agree with that. But one of the best factions in this map is actually witches, and you don't want to be Aegis or witches when both are in. This is also another map where they kill each other.
Yeah. The other thing we haven't discussed is pass tiles here. I expect Priest is making its way into first seat. I mean, I'm sure the Spade is going to be gone, and then the big building tile is, I suppose the Priest in some setups could be preferred over the 2 workers, but I expect someone's taking the 2 workers, and I doubt worker power. Like, I think probably first seat here gets a Priest, which is interesting, especially with this cult Spade. So first, like, whatever faction that goes into first seat wants to make good use of that Spade, or that Priest. Darklings, of course, like an extra Priest, or if it's just a faction that can just get an Earth Spade is, seems good.
What about like dwarves? They get the priest. They get the priest action with maybe Earth 2 or even Earth 1. Do they get 2 spades out of that?
Yeah, if they with Earth 1 and they buy a second priest, or the other interesting way to do it is if you get stuck in first seat as dwarves with cult coins, you take a priest action, you go Earth 2, and you get 2 spades. If you get a priest, you buy another priest, and you go Earth 1.
And then with those 2 spades, well, the next round is dwelling round, so then you can build out some dwellings.
I think I like Nomads for a bunch of reasons here.
I was leaning towards Nomads, so help me justify my pick here. Is that who you were saying? I was leaning towards Nomads, but I don't yet know why.
Because you are basically happy with anything that comes, even the Priest, because
Yep.
you can just then ship, right, and start H7 to I6, C5 to something else. The question is, how are you going to connect? It's
It depends
hard
on the
to
other factions that are in the
yeah.
game. You can't really predict
So
in
maybe
season
you
one.
change your plans, but yeah, you have to.
It depends. If Brown's not in, not that challenge. Like, I don't
I
know.
don't
Yeah,
see brown being picked after yellow in this map, so that's a plus side of picking nomads early, right? You probably won't see brown now.
If you get that priest as
You'll see a
nomads,
suicidal.
if you get that priest as nomads, it's going to be tempting to go after that Earth Spade. But I do see the obviously there's like a huge benefit to shipping as nomads in this game because it just
yeah.
opens up 2 free yellows, which is so strong.
That's much better than getting a spade that's going to be used on round two. Like if you can get 2 dwellings down round one.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, yeah, the thing about extra scoring is it puts, as you know, it puts a bit more emphasis on actually connecting.
Yeah.
So because the network is scored twice basically,
Yeah.
with a small exception on how you have to build those structures to score. But
Yeah, but
I
in
could see
general,
someone just countering nomads with picking this.
yeah, in general, nomads are very good for our expansion scoring just because they start with an extra dwelling and have a stronger economy than usual.
Yeah, there's not a lot of coins though in this game.
Ooh, alchemists.
Alchemists are just like,
Did you want to talk about this, Ryan?
What?
yeah,
Um,
why? Why?
Yeah, let's talk
Why?
through Alchemist a
Why?
bit.
so yeah, I'm looking a little bit at the early track and with the end game scoring as well being on the edge. Normally, Alchemist like later in the game, if you're able to build out your economy, you might be able to squeak out like maybe more points on the edge scoring and probably get like a double victory. Also, like if I'm looking how the past house might turn out, there might be Spade gone, maybe the two workers or worker power in like
Right.
for Alchemist is pretty good.
So they're getting one of
And
those. They're,
yeah, and if they're able to get maybe double Spades, that might open up a lot of hexes. And
Well, I don't think that's going to happen because one of the best factions in this map is mermaids, so I would be very afraid of picking alchemists. Uh,
if
Maybe you can disencourage mermaids, but we'll
yeah,
see. Cause it's not a great mermaid setup, in my opinion.
no,
So
it's not
maybe
awesome.
alchemists can work here.
The
her.
problem with Alchemist is that they need so much digging early to
Yeah.
get down their dwellings,
Yeah,
and
they
they
do.
need shipping also.
Yeah.
It's just awkward.
Heroics asking how alchemists are on this map. Basically, bad is the short answer, and
Yeah,
no one's really sure how to play them. The good games that have been shared and played have been like interesting lines where stuff also kind of broke well, and so there isn't really like an obvious meta of like these are the kind of the things to look for or like the places to start if XYZ faction is in. At least I don't know people that are like particularly well versed in the best way to do alchemists. Anytime I'm in a game with experts and alchemists are in, it's always just a big discussion about how it's like a huge brainstorming session of how you're going to make them work here. There doesn't seem to be any like standard knowledge around the faction and what's going to work for them. Obviously, the Northwest is interesting, and in round one, if you can manage to get a single spade and a ship advance somehow, then you can get like a temple and a couple dwellings down in round one, and usually that's okay. But like that can be difficult to do as well. So
The big issue with Northwest is who is going to name it.
well, that's always the thing about the Northwest, right? 100%. It's the same with Darklings that often like to start on D5, and yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Usually you start E3 as
mm-hmm.
alchemist, right, and D5.
Yep.
Uh, to protect D5 mostly. But there are some alternatives, especially I'm from E3 with 3 shipping you can reach to H6 and grab H6.
Say that again. Which hex? From which hex?
H6 from E3 you can reach H6 with 3 shipping.
Oh, I see. E3,
And
you
then
3
from
ship and spade and get on H6, and why is that?
because your path that most efficient path for spade and hex is probably you start D5 and grab B3, right? That's 3 hexes for 1 dig. And then from E3 H6 to F5 and then I7 to get H8 and G9. The alternative is actually to start on H8, but
Yeah.
it's tricky. And H8 and E3 when memories are not in, and you dig D6, right? So then from with a single dig and then two shipping, you got D6, D5, C2, and from H8 you got G9, right, within a single dig, which is okay, I guess. But it's then you
I
have E6 available.
Yeah,
E6,
that's
it's
those seem like as efficient lines. Like you're right that those seem about as efficient of lines as I can imagine on this map for alchemists. The problem is that's still like a spade at 2 ship is like that's a fairly developed faction at that point. Like, that's a lot of stuff to get. I don't know how quick.
that's the issue.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go for. I don't know what to put
Sandwiched
here.
cultists.
Yeah.
And
You
no.
know, I think I'm just gonna put. The track is not great, in my opinion. For like, I don't. It's just not great in general. I don't like it very much because like no repeating cults either. So like you can't really. Usually, I like to focus on one or two cults, even if I'm playing cultists. I focus more on a cult that's gonna like yield more rewards. But here it's like every round is different. I don't really know what to do about that.
Well, I think if people here, I mean, I'm usually on the side of like wanting a tidy color wheel. Fatty, I think you're on the side of a tidier color wheel. But my take here is that if you pick like if you pick red or sorry
Yeah.
if you pick green, that's going to attract, I guess, red. Or if you attacked blue, then it's or blue or gray, it's going to sort of pick the other.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's
I know.
like NG Swarmling or like if there's a case for Orin with landscapes being the only culty faction and alchemists in. Like that's kind of weird, but maybe there's actually a world where Orin could be interesting.
I like green with temp ship usually, but I mean witches can do without, but Orin is kind of awkward.
Yes, heroic, there are landscapes. Um, you forget who's
That's
who,
just
but someone's really soft. The person just talking now was Fatty.
yeah, that's me.
That's
I'm
Fatty.
soft.
I don't know. Uh, Lucklid will tell us in a second. As you guys talk, I'll yell over you and say
All
who's
right.
who.
Okay, I'll just put in witches.
Okay.
I know that's way too long thinking about what to put when it's so
Witches.
obvious.
Um,
That
so
makes nomads better also.
Oh, it's a Logus that's
That's
probably soft. Logus, I turned you down a bit just because your audio is kind of scratchy, so I'll turn you back up. But if there's a way you can, I don't know, miraculously
right.
fix the audio.
Yeah. Let's test that.
And yeah, there are landscapes heroic.
Right. Is the audio okay?
I think it's about as good as it's been. I think we're good.
Which isn't much.
well, I
It's
mean, I
fine.
hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
Too,
we hear what you're saying. There's just
I
some
don't know.
static, and I just had to turn you back up a little bit, but it's totally fine.
Hold on.
Uh,
See, this
Yes.
USB microphone is not working well lately.
do you have earbuds?
Uh, I want to say cause magicians here,
Uh huh.
but why? They don't do well in edge scoring here. They don't do well. They do well in cults. They could be the culty faction here. They start with the spade, which gives them some edge.
Do they start with a spade, or do they start with 2 workers and just open sanctuary?
I'm not sure if you can afford to do that. It depends on the map position. It
Right.
depends on the starting placements.
Yep, fair enough. Um, so we have black, green, and yellow in. So it is kind of awkward. Blue is a sandwich, brown is a sandwich. Your options are red or gray. Make the tidiest wheel here.
Yeah, that's not the gray. That's too ugly.
Is gray and green
I'm not
actually that
sure it's-
ugly on Fire and
yeah.
Ice, or is that just our base map bias sort of crossing over? Because that's a base map thing.
No. I have had the experience with that. It was not good. I was.
I'm gonna say here though it's not as bad because I feel like Gray's the
Gray
hexes they
can.
want the most are red.
Yeah,
The
I
red
know,
hexes
but
they want, and there's no temp ship, and witches have to open stronghold in order to threaten some greens early, which I don't know if they're gonna do that here. So I don't know. I feel like this is not the worst map for green gray. Like base is horrible for that matchup. This map is not so bad. Like maybe I'm in the minority here, but
You're not in the minority here. I can see
You can double dig
for dwarves.
G4 and you have G3 and no one's touching G5. Like gray is
Uh,
fine.
so
Yeah,
I think
but is it
gray
dwarves
are
or is it engineers? I think it's dwarves actually.
You would prefer dwarves here over engineers, Logus?
I think so. Hear me out. You actually have the landscape to connect, right? So you start on H5 and you dig. You have the space, so you dig G5,
Yeah.
and then there's pretty much no one that can stop you from placing your landscape on E2, which connects you to E5, which should be your other dwelling, and that reaches B4. So you can have some tempo on the north grace as well.
So wait, what hex is your landscape? Would you drop your
E2.
E2.
Oh, E2, and you would get there. You would get there from like H5, dig G5, and then another spade after that is E2.
Yep.
Oh, I guess you can jump to B4.
Yep. From there, you can maybe even have a town in the north or cut nomads out. I'm gonna try dwarves. Why not, right?
All right.
Sure. Good. You don't have to play that. That's a good thing. Just putting it.
Hopefully they don't.
So I think I'll just start off with nomads for a hot second.
Let's start with them down with the obvious stuff.
I should have done the nerd cube, which is 22. I think that's nerd cube's number.
Oh, I didn't know there was a
Okay.
tube number.
Yeah. He bids things down to 8. He says more than that is irresponsible. That's his random number he came up with. He bids to 22.
He has many rules.
Oh yeah. The guy's full of rules.
I mean, how bad are alchemists suddenly? Like this yellow
Pretty bad.
gray is kind of a dream.
stay off alchemists.
I mean, alchemists are better than dwarves here. Are dwarves the 30 faction, but are witches still better than alchemists because they just open stronghold? Like dwarves take spade, witches take big building. They just open stronghold.
Yeah.
I honestly, now that dwarves are in, I don't like witches so much.
Yeah, agree.
Do you like alchemists more than witches here?
I kind of
Like is a
alchemists.
very strong word.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna bid on nomads,
I don't
but I
hate
like
them.
alchemists.
I don't hate them, but they're not good.
They're fine.
So I think the question is like with alchemists, like what past tile do you get? And I
Priest.
think I think the most important in round 1 is to get the 3 power and worker. And the reasoning behind that is that if you're able to just like D6 will be so important for you. Like if witches are able to single spade D6, I think that cuts you off from going all.
Oh, that's a good point. Alchemists open first action single dig, which means they take worker power
on D6, and then maybe you can start maybe B8, or if you want to feel risky, or E7, and maybe hopefully in round 2 you'll be able to get a dig with 1 ship upgrades, and then you could end up with a couple.
Yeah, I thought you were asking about nomads. What past tile are nomads getting? And I think nomads get the priest here. I think alchemists are getting worker power.
I think witches might take worker power just to avoid all that.
Yeah.
Like not give
alchemists
first.
Well, wait. Why do witches? I thought this was one of these fire and ice trap things that like black really needs D6 and green doesn't care that much because they just sanctuary on C4 and they.
But now that dwarves are in the game, and probably going E5, it's like it's easier to like get and faster to get a 4 like spot town to build sanctuary and to have your
I see
stronghold up. Then
I see. So C4 can become a stronghold town, or some other town, and you can use your sanctuary more strategically elsewhere.
Yeah, maybe like from D3 to C1 or somewhere else on the map.
Yeah. I think D6 is actually pretty important.
Logus.
Yeah, I'm going with dwarves here. I don't like alchemists. I don't like witches. I don't like that fight. I'm just gonna chill out with some pre-spades, Start with a spade, get a cold spade.
Dwarves don't seem like a chill game here. I mean, I think as witches here, with gray in the game, what is happening? Okay. I mean, that's fine.
I think, yeah.
You don't have to bid on dwarves.
I'll bid on dwarves. I don't care.
Oh.
I'll do it.
Who are these people that I've invited to this stream?
Oh, Oh, you thought you were having experts. Oh, you silly summer child.
We're just gonna put dwarfs into.
Chat, what do you guys think the
ridiculous-
auction is here? I'm still on teams. Nomad are best by quite a bit. Witches are
Yeah.
better than alchemists, and dwarves are the 30 faction
Dwarfs.
by a
Okay, but
lot
they're
in
not
comparison to nomads.
I don't think dwarves are necessarily the 30 faction. Like the track isn't that really good for like points. Cults, like there's a little bit of rewards here and there, but like you're not really like maximizing like double earth rewards or like double water rewards, and so like I think by having the spades around one, dwarves being able to get that spade really early can like just help them.
Wondering about taking witches at 30 here. I think witches are way better than dwarves. I think witches are better than alchemists. Maybe, probably. I don't know. Probably.
What about relative to nomads?
I don't know.
Right now.
I love me some nomads.
Huh.
But I don't really know what nomads open is. I guess they just upgrade shipping and get some dwellings out.
Yeah, I love it. Matt is going crazy in the Twitch chat. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Matt, you're not crazy, Weber. They're crazy. Thank you, Matt. All right, how would I do this? I think I still start on e4 and c4. I open with a stronghold. Means my stronghold location is a little suspect because you're right. If I don't dig d6, like if I don't take worker power and I take 2 workers, then my stronghold goes on e4 or c4, neither of which seem great.
Here's something that like maybe you might miss, but like if nomads get single spade, they can just like, oh, d7's mine, and then how good is the e4 hex in c4?
I mean, I don't know how good is e4 if dwarves start on e5. I mean, it's just a hex to take.
Really damn bad. And dwarves should probably start e5.
Yeah, it's just to take it away from dwarves, and then you can, I don't know, try to ship to g6 and stuff. I guess.
I think witches are the 30 faction here.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Really?
This is a weird thing, but I don't like what they.
Matt has a point that they will be friends with alchemists in the northwest, and that's why I'm bidding on alchemists, because I know that the witches are going to do that.
Yeah, but is it enough to like?
To bid on alchemists? Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I think
Is it enough to bid on witches?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, this all seems
Very suspicious.
yeah, it's very.
Yeah, I used to play more.
Yeah,
I used to understand Fire and Ice. What are witches supposed to do with dwarves, and what do you do with e4? You can't not start on e4. I don't think though. But a stronghold on c4 just seems awkward as heck.
I guess you could start d9 and not care about e4, but
like, do you need this stronghold round 1? Like,
no, you don't. That's just how I play witches. I'm not. I mean, yeah. I just take. I see the big building tile, take big building tile, build stronghold, and then busk it from there. Usually,
worry later.
And it's usually my response to Gray. It's like, oh no, color neighbors, like just get a stronghold that just gives me tempo. It's like, dwarves are gonna take this hex, fly to it kind of thing. It's just like a nice. If I knew where to build a stronghold that was gonna be a non-3 hex town, I'd be tempted to take witches here at 30, but I just don't see where that upgrade's gonna take place that I like it. Also, their connection is suspicious unless they take d6. So do they take worker power here? And so it's a temple. Gosh. All of this just sounds like another bid on nomads, to be honest.
Agreed. I'm gonna insta counter weave.
Alright, so the time's back on me. Look closelier. Look more closelier.
Ghostlier.
Look ghostlier, Aaron. What? There's a play here. How bad is it to seed e4? The thing about this that's interesting, though, is that because of this Fire and Ice, this endgame scoring, connection is just so much more important. Like, you can't just, like, play a big game and not connect. Like, that's so
You
many...
could, but
You would have to
you
have
have
a
to start
crazy
ahead.
game.
Yeah.
So, who's has the most difficulty connecting? I think like,
I don't know.
nomads. I think that's still going to be their like big issue is are they going to be able to connect? Because maybe through B5. I don't see.
This seems crazy. I think this bid is wrong, but I think I'm just bidding on it because I don't see what I'm supposed to do with the other factions right now. So I'm just bidding on opening with shipping for nomads. I'm bidding on...
Because you know.
I
'cause you
know.
what's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah. So I think this is where I've entered the space of, like, I'm playing poorly here. I don't see how to play alchemist or witches, and so I'm overvaluing a faction that I know how to do. Yeah, I'm starting to warm up to these alchemists bid, but I don't know how much. Gosh.
I'm just gonna bid them down a bit. And
Stop.
I don't know
Stop.
who's gonna play witches, but it's not gonna be
You're gonna play witches. I
never.
can see it in your eyes.
What eyes?
Alright, so you don't have eyes, you're not human.
24.
Yeah, I agree. Ugh. This is full of ugh.
Also, can we talk about who's getting double dig here? So this is the other thing.
The person who takes worker power will get.
Well,
The question
maybe.
is, where do you put it?
Okay, because dwarves start with a spade. That doesn't mean they can't also double dig, but means they might not be as likely to. Witches, to me, unless they start, like, I guess they could start on D3 and somewhere else. But if they start on C4 and E4, they're either taking single spade with worker power, thus not also taking double dig, or alchemists are taking D6, and let's say they get the power for it, and they just have nowhere to dig. I guess they could double dig D7 or something. Maybe that's actually not that crazy here.
Ooh, witches? Yeah, witches could just take the red.
They could just take the red. That's obviously
Yeah.
connection. Everything is just part of one town now. That seems odd, but maybe
I've done that, but
is that the
yeah,
is that the play? But you know what I mean, right? Like, ignoring D7 for a second, like, witches take worker power to block alchemists from being able to open single spade, so they take single spade right away on D6. So then they're not getting double dig. If alchemists don't get worker power, they're probably not getting double dig. Also, where are they starting to be able to do it? So are nomads getting double dig somehow? Like, I don't see how these spades
yeah.
are breaking down here, and I want one of you guys to talk about it a bit.
I think we should not, because that's like the whole discussion. Like, I mean, we could talk about it, but kind of.
I mean, that's why I like the dwarves, right? Because you don't have to care. You get a
Yeah,
spade tile,
yeah.
and then you get a cold spade. We're just
I agree.
two spades, and you haven't even spent power yet.
I agree. There's a good argument for dwarves are not really fighting anyone else yet, ironically.
Yeah. With that in mind, I'm gonna beat them down a bit.
Yeah, I mean that's the fun with
Matt
the
is
open.
thinking, oh, witches should be 6 points better than dwarves from edges too. No, not really. It's not clear that they are better on edges because if they don't connect, then they don't win edges.
I mean, could they win some points by having like disconnected some like they don't have many edge hexes that like they have some edge hexes, but anyways, I think I don't know what to think about this auction anymore, and I think dwarves and alchemists are kind of it all depends on witches actually what they do round one with their first move, what pass style they take, and I think if we want to be completely open, then it kind of doesn't make sense anymore to to have an auction. Like if the witches player tells me exactly what pass style he's gonna take, then I can bid accordingly on each faction. But until I know that, it's tough to assess like exactly what's gonna happen, and that's part of the fun.
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I think nomads is a safe bet. Dwarves seem like they won't be harassed too much in the early rounds, and it's more alchemists and witches have very fragile lines here. I think.
All right. I think just because I think like we're focused on like the C4 E4 start.
Yeah, you're gonna
I
try
think they're
something else.
yeah. I'll try something else.
All right.
I think I'm not gonna tell you where, but we'll see what you guys.
I mean, you're gonna place it, so we're gonna
Yeah,
find out.
I'll place it and then you guys will see.
You'll tell us by playing the game.
Exactly.
Oh, right, nomads. Where am I starting? I don't know, C5. I'll start there, and I haven't actually thought about this too much. I said I was going to do shipping, so that means C5 and somewhere in the south, I guess.
Okay.
D3. I consider the D3, but then as dwarves, I can just place on D2 now and look for the western edge and be a complete asshole.
That's
Yeah, but if they place D2, they if you do that, then yes, you get that part of the map. But then where do you place your second building? E5.
Yeah, that's the the tricky question. Um, hmm. Nah, yeah, I'm going for the dull play here.
What's dull? E5, H5?
he's going normal.
Yeah.
I mean,
He'll go normal on us like this.
normal's not terrible. Are you getting a neighbor down there?
I don't have to start with a spade. I can just dig E4 if the witches don't come here.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, let's see it.
I think I'm just thinking like E4 or
C4 starting with single spade pretty much guarantees connection by single first action digging D6.
yeah. But then there's a race to F3, and then if I get stronghold out, I don't know. Maybe I'll lose it. Maybe I won't.
Oh, you would take worker power, single spade, and build a stronghold?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But if I get that, then yeah, I think this. I'll still go here.
All right.
Okay.
Where did you say? Oh,
This is interesting. Like, technically, I don't need to rush to go over to C2. But that could be like a good starting spot.
Could be.
Like, encourage me and witches to upgrade our own stuff. The other consideration is H8, because I think nomads are going to be on H7. And
Other thought.
yeah,
Other thought is, what are your thoughts on I5 here? You get H6.
I just hate it.
And then if I start on I4, it's annoying for you, but then you either get I6 for an SA town, or you just H6 and ship out, or I start on I6 because I want to do ship stuff, and then you just double dig I4 later and dig and dig and dig around H3. You hate it. He hates it, people.
Hates
it.
I said I hate it, but I don't know.
But you're right. H8. I was talking about was there a way that I can encourage alchemists to come?
Yeah, the reason it's weird is because usually you want to be on D5 because there's mermaids.
You want to be on where? Oh, D5 because there's mermaids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Usually don't think you just start double center, but like now nobody's taking D5 that early. So
I think this looks good for you, Fatty. I think you can dig D6 kind of when it's convenient for you, and then you can just ship to D5 and C2, kind of no pressure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start H8 here.
I think that makes sense. I think I prefer you on H8.
Yeah, that could be my sanctuary town south there. Just these nice 3x's. I give you a lot of edge scoring. I'm not going I5 though, because at some point you're just gonna make a stronghold.
Yeah, but you get edge scoring back with G9, E7.
Yeah, I have G9 and a bunch of
H10, I9. I'm probably gonna give you a neighbor there, so.
If witches were on C4, then I think it would make my game a lot less good. Since witches are on E4 instead, they don't have tempo on D6, so I don't have to they might still take single dig.
I think this is H7 and D4. I think I ship to I6 in round 1. I think I stronghold eventually to I4. Is my connection through the south? This looks like a lot of map space, but all this stuff, sorry, stream chat can see what I'm doing. I'm pointing on the I file, 3 to 6.
Yeah.
G2,
Yeah,
D4, I start on D4 to have some tempo on B5, and I poke out here. This is a town on the I file. This is a sanctuary town, maybe. This is a town. Right. Seems okay.
Yeah, seems good.
Spade.
No surprise there.
Now this, I honestly don't know. Yeah, like.
I just think, anyways. The reasoning behind taking worker power is because just putting pressure on the double spade. If I'm able to double spade D7 to get to C4, I think then I have get my temple out. Could maybe upgrade ship next round. Get G6, A6. I think puts me in a good position.
How terrible is a stronghold opening here?
It's not as economic as a. It's not like. I don't think
people underestimate the stronghold opening.
But FadiB, what about double tempo?
I mean, I can take the 2 worker tile, but then figure out like
what you want to do, or you can let me open stronghold, and I'm not going to complain too much.
No, I'm gonna take the 2 workers.
Are you sure? I'll trade you the priest. Are you sure?
Take your priest.
But FadiB, you should consider double tempo. I think.
I am. The good thing about the stronghold, which is sometimes people forget, is this 12 instant power. That's like
for sure. It's really good.
The only thing now is I said I wanted my sanctuary on H8, so if I'm gonna go double temple, then I can do it because I have a temple in both spots. It's not a problem. If I'm gonna go stronghold, I'm gonna have to upgrade in the middle.
If you go
like my first. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Yeah, so my first upgrade is gonna kind of like shape the way I deal here.
Why, if you're opening double temple though?
If I'm opening double temple, it's fine. But if I want to open stronghold, I can
to
upgrade E3 and make a temple later.
Would you rather your stronghold on E3 versus H8?
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. If FadiB opens, let's say, single spade, D6, opens stronghold, and it gets to priest action, and then he could ship to D5 and.
I don't.
Stronghold 3 dwelling.
D6 isn't under enough threat to justify single spade. I don't think. I'm warming to double temple.
Will I get spades? The question is, will I get spades at all if I don't take single dig?
Well, you don't want them if you're double templing. You're just basically taking 2 temples, and then you have 2 priests. 2 shipping get you to G9 next round. Is there any way that you can get a spade and an extra worker? G4, D5, C2,
Double temple is okay, but actually doing it with a cult step would have been better because I was gonna take Earth 1, Earth 2, and put.
Oh yeah, you would get a spade. Wow.
I just take the power action for workers instead.
I guess. That.
I don't know what I'm doing. Like, are you all guys rushing Earth 1? Is dwarves not taking Earth 1?
The safest thing you can do, which also blocks people from the table, is just single spade D6 and do the double tempo with the workers. So then next round you already have D6.
So interesting.
I could just single dig and not build.
That's
also something.
You are risking your Earth 1, but I don't know. It might be worth it even then.
I think I need to have D6 because it's like the way I build dwellings efficiently. And I need to build dwellings at some point.
You can actually risk it for a while. I'm not sure how long you can risk your spade.
I think I don't like. I'm gonna do this.
I can be open with you. Of course, I'm going to grab Earth 2. So your Earth 1 is not under risk.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Earth 2 is just way too good for me.
The only thing is, if I take single dig now, I commit to not having much dig, but like, I'm not getting double dig. Because if I upgrade E3 and you upgrade
but
E3,
do you need double dig though? After you get D6, you get D5 and C2 and G9 with 2 shipping, which is more places than you have workers for.
Exactly. Let's just do this makes. Let's just do it. The other thing was to open stronghold, but it's not gonna happen. The other thing about delaying, like building the spade, is I get less leech because I upgrade after everything else.
Yeah, that's a good point. But
Like
I
if
don't know. I
you're
think you
yeah.
have a pretty solid plan here. No.
I really wish I would have taken. Yeah, the coin tile is basically the same thing. It's a bit more coins, and I get the spade. Since I'm not building D6 anyways, I might have
But
as well got it with a
if
gold
you get it
spade.
with the cult spade,
I think
the
that
only
was
thing
better.
is maybe if I get enough power for the round two, then I'll have. If I close before you, then I'll have tempo on it.
On what D6?
Yeah,
It's gonna be black. I will have a cold spade.
but if I have a double spade, I could double spade it.
Oh, you double spade now, and you double spade round two.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's
Yeah,
it's a possibility.
true. And then I still give nomads the two workers, which is not good.
Yeah.
No, no, this is fine. This is fine. I'm gonna be right back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second.
Just as, yeah, I'm just thinking through a different line here. I'm counting coins.
Yeah. I don't know. Something I think that like some players underestimate is having two priests in round one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's a often I think it can be a strong line because you can just like put them to close. Like let's say you put one priest to earth, you get already a spade next round. You put the other priest to fire, you get two workers later on, and it gives you 4 coins. Which, or even if you're just opening temple and
The
closing,
issue is that you get the workers late, not now. And now is better than
late
later.
late is round three, but like just if you're just opening like regular just a temple, and then you get double spades in round two, and you get a close for let's say the cult step plus coins.
The issue is you have
I
to
think
take the
there's
priest
nothing.
action, and you have to send the priest. That's already two actions. If you do that, you don't get a double spade because someone's gonna pass earlier than you and take the double spade.
That's possible.
I'm thinking of opening Stronghold here is the line I'm thinking through. I've been staring at the screen for long enough. I should talk about what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking about sending this priest to Earth, taking a worker action, opening a stronghold, building a dwelling on C4, cult spading C3, passing, and trying to miraculously get enough coins next round for shipping in a couple dwellings.
Yeah, makes sense because your connection is under threat.
Yeah.
And connecting is so important with the end game, the additional end game scoring.
Problem is I won't have enough coins for shipping, but I'll at least get to 2 dwellings next round in the dwelling round. If I do the ship round this round, I mean, it's strong, but then I'm not getting... What am I doing next round in the dwelling round? I don't know. It's...
Since it's an open table, I can tell you this, like right now. I'm looking at your connection, and it seems like you're gonna need the reds, either E2 or G5, which I'm aiming for, or I3 from the south, which I can also aim for.
you think I need... Sorry, say E2 or what? I3?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm aiming for both of those.
E2 I don't think I need. My plan was to connect on B5 and I3. I didn't think about you taking I3, but you're right.
Yeah, I3 could be good for me because then I can reach I2 and I1 and G1, which are all edge.
Yeah, if you can get enough spades, I find that's... I
That's
have good
actually
intentions of
right.
getting over to I1 and G1 with dwarves every single game, and I just have a hard time doing it, but... All right. What I'm trying to do here is greeting leech. Does anyone here want workers? What is Ryan up to?
Nothing much.
All right, I'm just...
Maybe dwarves will take workers,
Maybe.
so they'll be able to get a jump with the dwelling out. but they do have.
Maybe.
My thought here is that you're getting double dig and you have tempo on C4. I want my sandstorm to go on C4. And if I took workers first, I would be like you'd be able to double dig D7, build.
Oh, you're going to Sandstorm C4?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably seen some C4.
I realize with open table it always does make the stuff a little funky because that's probably going to change what you're doing, but like I'm prioritizing connection. Initially, my upgrade on H7 first before taking workers was to greed more leech for when Fatty builds a temple because I need coins as well, and so I really need extra leech, and I want to cycle power. And so initially I was thinking like that was the reason for risking a workers action, but now it's actually then I counted tempo and it was tempo and C4.
So I should have taken double spades the turn before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it makes me
I'm
very
not sure
sad.
why you didn't actually.
Yeah.
It makes me
Yeah.
very sad because now
I
I
just-
don't have access to C3 either, and if I'm building double temple, it's just all crumble.
This is the chaos that I'm trying to like insert into the game because I don't really know what I'm up to. So my plan is to sandstorm C4 and cult spade C3.
Yeah.
And then say I mean my connection is until Logus pointed out I3. I kind of thought that I had connection in the bag a little bit, but I obviously still don't. But at least now it just like hopefully will
It'll be
distract
sure
other
to do.
players while I figure out what I'm doing.
This is so horrible.
Yeah, it's a little savage, but
It's not. I mean, like witches should just take double dig.
Yeah, I should have
Go to
taken.
C4.
yeah. I guess you
I
just
didn't,
didn't see my stronghold line. I was also
Oh. But it's
Yeah,
okay.
this
It's like
this
a
is
decent.
yeah,
It seems
yeah,
like a
this
strong
is
line.
shitty.
I think
We are
it's
playing so poorly that no one's commenting anything in chat.
Yeah,
Or they
because,
get disconnected from the Twitch chat.
I know there's no one. Yeah, I know.
The thing, Fatty, is you will need an expensive dig at some point in the game to turn E3 into a... Oh, I guess you want your Sanctuary on H6. I'll finish the thought and then say it was wrong. But I was going to say you could probably dig D7 or E2 late in the game to get a third hex. But, of course, you want your Sanctuary on H8. So, yeah, C3 is taking your town. Chat's still alive. We're just, like, talking in circles with a lot of confusion. And they're just all kind of like, not really sure what to do with us.
I hate this turn of events.
Okay,
Change
at
my
the risk of
strategy entirely.
killing
I'm just gonna
myself.
do me. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. At the risk of killing myself, there was another way for you to connect, Aaron. There is actually still, which is Sandstorm G7, and then you can draw your code spade to the 8, and then Sandstorm G8 or F5, cutting me off and ensuring your connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other way.
It's the other way. You're still taking double dig, eh? Right.
I don't have a choice.
The man has dreams. Let him dream.
I kind of thought like the double dig was a moot point for my end. That's why I took the
Um,
stronghold, so I could double dig myself. I don't know. This game just seems weird. Like we're talking openly.
Yeah.
It's
I didn't
like, why would you take double dig?
Well,
What are you doing?
that was my plan, you know. So it's like, well, what else am I doing? Like, am I?
I don't know,
You know,
something
I already-
else. You see the
already-
stronghold, you know you're not gonna win the race to C4. Why would you take D7?
Yeah, I don't
That's
We'll see.
why you can't just you have to do something that has a plan.
Well, maybe I can get double digs
Viewers.
and hard dig, get a third spot or something. We'll see.
We got viewers, man. Wait for the viewers.
So what I'm trying to figure out right now is if it makes sense to decline build, try to take a worker's action, and then build on C4. It makes my turn 2 turns longer, and I also might not get workers. I don't know what Fatty's doing. He built a stronghold. I thought you were going temple, but
I gotta switch it up, man.
yeah. So I don't know what Fatty's doing. He might be taking workers at this point. And the other thing is, if I just build a dwelling right now and pass, I actually have the power for coins. I would have 4 workers going into next round, which is probably enough. Could I just build, and then Fatty's doing something? Ryan might not be doing anything. He's not, so he passes for cult coins, and then dwarves are also done, so then they pass, and then I get the spade. I'm going to not build. You hate this game? Okay, so a lot of confusion happened here, obviously.
Wait, what do you mean you're not gonna build? You will build this round, right?
I am going to build this round, yes. I took the chance that I thought I might get workers. I don't know why. I don't know. I probably should have built there. I thought there might be a chance I'd get workers, that FadiB was going to do something else. And I think I'm passing after you guys either way, but before FadiB either way.
Yeah, that's true.
So now I will just build a dwelling, and then I'll probably just take a coins action now and then pass on a spade or something. Probably all before FadiB, I think. We'll see. All right, so I'm obviously just doing this.
This is the gateway to the west. You gotta take it.
Well, if I take coins now, will FadiB just pass with a spade? Yes, obviously, and then dig c3 ahead of me. Well, I could call it spade it. I don't know. Well, I get coins.
Well, just if you okay, let's be real here, and I'm gonna be real because like I know it makes no sense for you to do anything other than passing.
Yeah, for the spade.
Makes zero sense. Because even if you turn it yellow, I'm just gonna spade and I'll dig it. Like I will not care at all.
I assumed you would pass with a spade. What I don't
Yeah, that's what I mean.
think.
I'll,
Right, but
I'll first
yeah.
action hard dig it.
Okay, so there's two things that are happening there, which one thing I agree with, the other I don't. I do agree that if I didn't pass there and I took coins, you would just pass with a spade. I don't assume that if you had a spade in hand and I cult spaded c3 to yellow, that you would double dig it with a spade and 3 workers.
Yeah, I would. I put the landscape there and be very. I might just put the landscape here right now.
Yeah?
Why not?
It's a hard worker dig. I guess you just really want, like, what is c3 doing for you? I mean, I don't care. I'll take b5 or something. I don't know. But
yeah, you'll connect anyway.
Sure,
like,
but
I lose a lot of stuff. Like,
what is c3 doing for you? Because is that just going to be a sanctuary town and then you need a 4th hex in the south? Like, the fact that even if you get c3, the fact that your stronghold...
He bridge to d5, and then he could build a sanctuary on i7.
I guess, yeah. So it's you're doing a hard dig for a landscape in round 1 to secure a town later. That seems kind of suspect.
Yeah, it's suspect, but like if you take c3, then what the hell do you do?
Upgrade shipping and build dwellings.
That's what there's also the looming threat of there's other threats. Anyways. I probably won't hard dig. I'll just take a priest and big shipping now, and take worker or another priest.
Yeah, I think taking a priest, passing onto a priest, and going into next round with 6 workers and 2 shipping for 3 dwellings.
Yeah, that's better.
Maybe you even squeak out a temple. If you get leech for a worker's action, you can temple worker's action and get 3 dwellings out with earth. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a possibility. Let's just take a priest and it's shipping.
So let's recap the confusion in round 1. I'll start. So nomads were supposed to upgrade shipping, but instead I decided to build a stronghold. Then Ryan was supposed to double dig d7 first so that he could secure c3 to get tempo on stronghold nomads, but he didn't. But then as opposed to just saying, okay, I lost that battle, he still double dug d7 knowing I would take c4, Fadi thought he was
Just
getting
putting
double
pressure,
dig, so
yeah.
as opposed to having a temple on h8, he decided to build a stronghold, and then when Ryan took the spades, anyhow, it's been a comedy of errors. Meanwhile, Logus took a temple for
chilling.
Earth 2, got a spade, dug a dwelling, got a cult spade, and is like, I don't know what you guys are up to, but I don't really care.
This was
That's fine.
terrible.
Yeah, he doesn't care too much.
Yeah, and also I get the double spade now, so
Yeah, this is all very, very bad. Logus, you win. Congratulations. Let's wrap this up, guys.
No,
because
no,
it's
no, no, no,
Dwarves
no.
on Fire Nice. It's Dwarves on Fire Nice. That's just let that sink in.
Calm down. It's yeah. No, but yeah, this is not where I want my SH. But again, if I don't get C3 anyways, it doesn't matter where the stronghold is. Like it could be on E3, it wouldn't make a difference.
Wasn't it worth it for you to place on D5 on the previous round just for better economy? I thought it would.
Yeah, me too. That's a good point. I honestly I don't think anything there is contested. Like I can probably just take Earth 1 first and then build those.
I know, but it's one extra worker, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Like all this game has me a bit off. I won't get much leech also, so there's like.
I'm giving you leech on G8. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna get leech.
I guess, yeah.
I think what's happening this round is more bad thing. What I really wanted to do, of course, I didn't have tempo, but my next dreams were to spade G7 and Sandstorm F5 and just ruin Logus's life here and connect that way. But obviously I was like 5 turns behind in tempo, but that was looking super spicy.
You decided to be mean to Ryan. You could definitely take G5, G7 with the Sandstorm and cut me off.
Yes, yeah, I could have Sandstorm G7, and it was just one of these like silly fallacies of like, but it's a single dig hex, and with your stronghold, you need to do an expensive one. And so that's what I did.
But I mean, C4 was left open, so that's definitely the best.
Yeah, it's also at the time I wasn't thinking about I3 as being under contention. But yeah, so I'm just building on C3 now. So instead, what's going to happen is I'm going to Sandstorm in the set like I7 and spade G7 or I8, and it's just how things are breaking right now for Fadi. And so you are getting a lot of leech at the cost of sadness.
That's fine.
Maybe I do still connect through this out now.
You see how this is bad? Like I think I don't know.
I mean, you guys were bidding Alchemist on Fire and Ice here, let's be clear.
Yeah, but like it was a calculated risk. Like witches were better starting off on E3 and on the center hex, and then getting double dig tempo and going up to C4, while like I was gonna build around them, give them plenty of neighbors and leech, but like I bid on Alchemist considering this kind of line as well. Like on the off chance that witches don't start double center, then Alchemists have a game. Now it's just been handed to you that you can cut through everyone and you can like disturb every single hex I have, which should not necessarily have been like I haven't considered you opening stronghold either.
No, I didn't either, to be honest. But it's also like this is not one of those maps and setups like, you know, playing standard factions on fjords where I can look at the map and have at least a strong opinion of where everyone should start and what everyone should do. This is a map where I'm kind of like looking at it and being like, I don't know. So I will admit that when I'm in those states, sort of playing outside of my comfort level, I'm more apt to do obnoxious things.
I don't say the stronghold is bad. I'm just saying you shouldn't have gotten C4 with it. That's
oh, yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Like even if you build stronghold, you should not reach C3 before me. That doesn't make sense.
No, for sure. Yeah, Ryan, I guess, didn't see that because partially also, I mean, you missed it also because I spent the last 10 minutes talking about doing a ship start. So, you know, that's also partially why you missed that.
But you could have also took D5.
Injury.
D5. What?
Yeah. D5 and spade E1. That was also something you could have done.
It's not. Yeah, I guess it doesn't seem great. I think the other option is sandstorming a single dig hex and getting over myself and ruining Logus's life instead of you guys.
Everyone
Ruining my
else's?
life
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the correct thing to do.
I'm just gonna use the bump on air here, and because I think everyone else has moves to do.
You're just working towards those round 6 air spades, eh, Ryan? Look at you go.
Well,
Sorry,
next
that
round,
was rude.
Yeah, round, but no, they might be useful later
Oh,
on.
they certainly will be useful in 2 hours from
but-
now. Yeah.
It's just if I don't use it now, am I gonna use it later? But the thing is, I want to pass first to be able to get the big building bonus tile and get coins, which then I'll be able to build a sanctuary and probably a strong.
Well, you're passing before me. I have a spade.
Before Logus, probably because he has G6 open, and probably before FadiB too because he wants.
Yeah, I don't
fill
think
out walls.
Logus is. I mean, maybe Logus
Yeah.
wants a sanctuary. I don't know. Probably just builds
Maybe
a dwelling.
Logus will. Since I told him the plan, maybe he'll.
Nah, I think building a 3-point dwelling. That was a 3-point dwelling and counts with a worker. It's probably better.
Yeah, and I'm dwarves, right? I need the
Yeah, he
workers.
needs workers.
So I think my dig here can either take G7 or I8.
Why would you like?
And I think
Yeah,
I'm
you
leaning
could-
towards
it doesn't-
G7. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think it matters anymore. I'm not gonna build a town.
No.
Anymore.
I6 is interesting because it allows me to connect by pretending I'm cultists in the east. By doing shipping to E6. And nomads get to 3 ship here before alchemists. Dig that? Seems probably not the case. Like I'm constantly thinking about my connection. E6
You're
is sort of a
connected to-
line.
You're already connected. You have
Well,
C4 and C3. You're connected. Just
Well-
get down to G2 and fine. You can sandstorm through everything. Even dwarves take I3. You just
it's
don't-
true. I can just dig up through H4 and stuff. Yes, and that's
And
probably.
H3. They're never taking H3. So
Yeah.
You're connected. Don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna take G7 and feed Logus Leech, but it forces a sanctuary there, which maybe he doesn't care about because his temple's on E5 already. I don't know why I did that.
I don't know. I just like Leech. Thanks, bud.
Gonna convert to 3. I need 10 coins. I'm just gonna go right now.
So you're 2 shipping, 4 workers. You're getting 3 dwellings out this round. So you did get the workers action. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I did.
You got the leech for
Yeah.
the workers actions. Okay, yeah.
Like you said, I get some leech in compensation for just like general set.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I'm supposed to pass for the. Yeah, it's pass for the dwelling scoring.
This double dig in round 1 is so great.
What do I do next turn? I think I'm sandstorming a dwelling and passing. Sounds good. And getting coins the next round.
You're gonna have so much more hexes than you need, and I have, and like it's crazy. I'm just gonna have a million.
Let's play the game of where is Aaron sandstorming next round.
He only has single digs available, so I wonder if he's gonna not sandstorm at all.
I will decline my sandstorm because you can only
Because
sandstorm.
you only have single digs.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Alright, well, at least I get a spade. Like, not everything is awful.
Thanks, Matt, for pointing out who's who.
Well, FadiB, I think your game's still going good.
It's not horrible, but it's just, it could have been so much better.
Yeah, Logus has a pretty strong game going, I think, and so does Aaron.
Yeah, everyone's doing good
Don't
then.
look at me.
Look, stop it.
I still managed to get 14 coins, 10 workers.
Yeah, but imagine having a town next to this round. Like, both your sanctuary and your stronghold on this C4, D7, E4.
Yeah, it
Everyone,
would have been really strong, yeah.
jeez.
That was a big mistake.
Well, I'm glad you brought me down with you.
How did I bring you down?
uh,
Yeah, I know, because I didn't take C4, you would have had
Ryan clearly being the 49%er.
You 49%ed me
49%.
so much.
Yeah. And yeah, you were the 51%er who got brought down, I think. Oh, but are we playing Codenames later?
I don't know. I'm kind of.
Yeah, we're kind of down now.
No. I mean, like I was down before coming. Like I don't know. I just feel like I'm
Tired probably.
physically tired. Yeah, it's been a long week, so I think I'm.
No issues.
So yeah,
So, you are probably sandstorming I8 because it's an edge, or
Yeah, yeah. I ate and then maybe founding a town. Well, yeah, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just sandstorming I8 and passing. I'm trying to figure out where next round's temple is gonna go. I guess I might not.
You're not doing a sanctuary now.
Me? No, I'm not doing a sanctuary. No, I'm probably just sandstorming I8 and passing for.
No, I think you can still do a temple TP, right? Oh no, you got the dwelling pass style.
Yeah, and then my temple would be in the wrong spot, kind of.
Yeah, you want the temple on the C3, C4, C5.
I,
Right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out like if there was a way I could like I want to get down to I6. I want to ship town. I'm out of coins. I was just trying to figure out if there's a world where I take a priest and upgrade shipping and actually sandstorm I5 and all that kind of stuff. But it's just I don't have enough coins to take a priest, upgrade shipping, and get out 2 dwellings. I could sandstorm and decline build, but then I need I8 later anyhow. It just gives me tempo on I4 sort of and I3, but it's not that important. So I'm just, I don't know. It's probably a little important. No, I don't have any coins. Yeah, I'm just going to build a dwelling.
The boxed in stronghold.
It's a little power plant. It's been so nice to you,
Yeah.
Fadi. Okay,
How
that
is
might be a
Fadi-
bit. That might be a bit of a stretch, but
how is Fatty connecting here?
he's not.
I'm not.
It's not.
He's.
Yeah.
I'm
And
like,
now
Uh,
dwarves. I don't know if dwarves will like decide to take F3 this round. Maybe.
F3? What?
Yeah.
F3. Oh,
So that's my
that's.
connection.
Oh, I don't know. That sounds expensive. I think I have to care about my own because eventually Fadi or Ryan will want to eat you, and I'm thinking whether I hard do that now.
oh,
I
that
know
with
it's
a
a hard
landscape,
deal,
that's
but
your connection.
yeah, because now that you took a G7 and I'm looking at Fadi having all those resources, I'm starting to get worried.
Right. I knew there was a reason why I took G7. I totally wasn't thinking about that at the time.
Right. Thanks, friend.
Yep. No problem. I do decent things accidentally all the time. That's why it's my only strategy.
Oh no, are you thinking about hard digging E2 now, buddy?
No.
no, I'm thinking about something similar.
Priest, upgrade digs twice. No.
Just thinking of turning it yellow and seeing if you commit a double hard dig.
I mean, could I ship to it then?
You have priest.
Oh, I can make a ship down pretty quickly.
That's true.
I think if you hard dig E2, I'll be right there in 2 moves.
The thing is also like Fatty does have power that he can take single spade and put it brown real fast too. But then you have so many workers that just hard dig it.
I don't.
Even at that, like Aaron, if he does take the ship down, he could just like, oh, I'll just hard dig it.
I mean,
Like,
that seems like a
workers
whole
have
lot
so
of
small-
that seems like a whole lot of
Yeah.
trading queens that I don't want to get into.
That's your connection, right?
Me?
Secure connection without having to go through I3 and maybe getting blocked.
Ooh, this looks like this looks like some okay.
I like that.
I mean, this puts pressure on me.
Not really. It's just like I think the right side of the map is dead for me, so I'd rather build my structures on the left side.
The reason why it puts pressure on me, I'm not convinced dwarves will take I3. He might just mess with me. Or if he's feeling
Yeah.
rich enough that he's actually going to get to the west. It's very hard, I just find, on this map. But in any case, my backup to I3 was just to like hard dig H4 and then sandstorm G3 or H3 and poke up through the north. But with you having tempo on H4, right? Like I'm pretty far away from securing connection, and both of you guys are now a single spade. You'd both have to do it, right? But you're both pretty close. That's why that G4 puts pressure on my southern connection. And the thing is I want to connect to the south anyhow because like that's a town spot, pretty cheap one, and it's just 4 edges.
Now you need E6.
Now I need to go 3 shipping when there's no coins in the game or a ship tile. Exactly. Yeah. God, you have a lot of resources, Ryan.
They all go up. They
They'll be
all
up.
go building up.
I already calculated it, and I have exactly what I need to get Stronghold and Sanctuary with the big building pass tile on a Stronghold Sanctuary round. So
That's cool. But
I
like,
think
what are you doing after?
after that, I have my fingers crossed for another plan, but we'll see if it happens.
Mhm.
I was hoping you guys would give me a leech sooner. I feel like if I
I was thinking FadiB should probably not have even given you Lich in round 1, right? Maybe it was better considering that Witch is weird in a weak position, just upgrade E3, even if it doesn't become a town. But it's just safer, I think.
The reason I didn't is because I didn't think I would lose
C3.
C3.
Yeah,
Why. That's why I did that.
That was
yeah.
that was just me trying to like save power and not burn it all in round 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had 10-2, I think. You could have just taken it.
I think I was at 11-1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or just 12. I would have burned all the way to 6.
Well, I mean, you were gonna get leech back from dwarves and me upgrading. If you take double dig, I continue with the double temple plan, so you get 4 more power, and it's not a big deal. Like you should just burn
What happened to Fatty?
power. It's hello.
That's just when you, let's say for power, when you burn it that early. I just think it can sometimes, it's not that great.
Fatty, are you here? Or are you having connection issues?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. You were sounding like a robot for a while there.
Okay, sorry.
Tell your brother to get off the internet.
Okay. Well,
Oh, savage.
Savage.
um,
It's that Montreal internet.
Nothing's wrong with Montreal.
I don't know. I'm just trying to cause shit. Oh, I have a Quebec mug accidentally.
It's just the B residence. That's where.
B residence?
Oh.
I know you guys can't see, but I'm drinking coffee out of a Quebec mug that I got in a gift shop in Quebec, and I'm holding it in front of the webcam.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go. Yeah. The mugs in my house I only have gift shop coffee cups. So I have a bunch that are like the tackiest Canadian, like Canada ones, and then I have a bunch that are all like Quebec. And then depending on who comes over, any francophones, I'll just get the Quebec cups, and the anglophones, because I live in Ottawa and it's half and half, just to sort of keep the rivalry alive. How is COVID up there? Bad. Everyone has it, and the Quebec government won't let people leave their homes.
Monday we're allowed.
Monday, you're allowed out of your house.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But you get okay.
Lift the curfew.
Sorry, I don't want to get too saucy about COVID stuff. It's very contentious, but I don't live in Quebec, by the way. I just I could throw a rock to it. So I spend way too much time thinking about what's happening in Quebec. My mother lives like a 20-minute drive from me in Quebec, so the regulations of that province affect my family. Yeah, it's bad, Jekyll. I had it. My wife had it. My in-laws had it. Yeah, a lot of people. It seems to just be going through. Like a lot of people are getting the Omicron. Wow, Fatty, you are busy. So you took single spade.
I'm building dwellings.
You're building dwellings. Yep. This looks pretty good.
See, why'd you take Earth 1 if you're maybe rushing a town or?
Why did I take Earth 1?
Yeah, like wouldn't.
Water 1?
Because I think Earth 1 is still a bit more interesting for me. Especially for the step.
For the step. Oh,
yes.
That extra power is helpful right now?
Yeah, that extra power just gave me... Okay, it's on open table. It gave me enough coins for me to actually bridge now or just make another TP to get the 2 key town. That's extra power in the coast again, and I'm called dominance. I probably win Earth, I will probably win Fire.
Oh, I see.
Second on the other
I
ones.
see. So it's a bridge and a dwelling to F6, and then you're building a dwelling after Earth 1. Yeah, that's a nice sequence.
Then I really have the TP up for Water 1 next round.
Right.
And the TP is 3 coins, right? Gotta remember the TP dwarves. TPs are super good. Because I'm feeling a lack of coins in the setup. It's hurting.
Yeah, coins is this game is a little short.
Must be nice to be able to convert points into coins.
Yeah, Aaron he's gonna have a ton of resources next round.
Yeah, I'm taking a coins action and then probably getting Water 1 blocked. That's my plan.
That's
you
why.
Gotta be careful though. Can you get Water 1?
Me? No. Yeah, I don't. Well, am I not taking coins? That seems bad.
Yeah, you don't have a TP up to get Water 1. I can get Water 1. Alchemist can get Water 1 with the Sanctuary. Witches already got their Water 1.
I know. That's the thing. I think if I build a TP, I lose the coins action, and then Alchemists just build a Sanctuary.
Yep. Yeah, I think at this point you just take the coin action because you're probably not getting it.
Exactly. I think I'm just taking coins and getting Water 1 blocked. But I have the TP pass tile. I'll build a temple, I guess, for Earth 1, oddly, if it's still around. Yeah. And then I will, I guess, build a temple for Earth 1 or Air 1, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to have some TPs up this round.
I think Earth 1 is still better than Air 1.
Probably Earth 1.
Margin.
And if I build a couple trading posts next round with my resources, I will take a ship town. I will try to go places and dig things.
Go places and dig things. Yep, sounds reasonable.
I'm not sure what to do here. Should I just take Water 1?
I don't think you need to rush Water 1 this round, but
yeah.
But it is a Sanctuary round, right? So.
It is a Sanctuary round, so that's reasonable. But looking at my board state, as long as you're willing to Sanctuary next round, if I don't take coins.
Yeah, I think you're like no matter what, there's no rush, but it's like 5 points this round versus.
Well, and it's 8 points.
I think I know why. I think I know why, Fadi. You want to place a Sanctuary in G4, H4, H3, right? So you don't have to spend more digs there.
That's better. But also, I wouldn't mind. I'm just taking.
Sorry, you're breaking up a bit, Fatty.
I5. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind digging I4 and I5. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I4 and I5 are reasonable for you. It's two digs for 2 hexes, so probably the Sanctuary now. Can you pass after Ryan?
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna pass now for the door.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Scoring and see what.
I'm just gonna build my stronghold.
I kind of had a plan to hard dig the land this turn, but I don't have enough workers to pay
Right.
for the up. So I'll just upgrade digging next round.
Yeah, I kind of like this. It gets me a spade next round.
What did? What does?
The fact that Logis bridges and then builds a dwelling, like I get the spade next round.
Oh, I see. He gets the 2-key town, but it makes his turn slower, so you just pass on to a spade here.
Yeah.
I got 13 workers. I think I'll be fine.
Which then, do I want this spade? I'm not sure if I want this spade.
Well, what else are you going to take? I guess worker, 2 power,
I think
3...
worker power.
I mean, I don't know. You don't have a ton of workers. I mean, it's 4.5 resources. The spade is 2 coins, and then just a spade. Like, I don't know.
Because I need the coins. And then the worker. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see.
All right.
I kind of like this better.
Yeah. Logis, at this point, you just prefer 4 points and 2 workers? I'm guessing so.
I maybe, but I actually need the coins. The coins are
Coins.
otherwise.
We're all coin. We all need the coins.
Oof. It's 4 points.
I know.
Yeah. It's hard to say if the workers just need to be coins next round anyhow, then it's just 4 points versus a spade.
No, I can actually burn, I think.
I mean, I guess the thing is that I guess you can burn for your... Is there a way you can get water 1 here? Probably not. I'm just taking coins. What am I talking about?
Don't think too much. Just take coins.
Yeah, I also wasn't sure who was, like, if anyone was giving Logis Leech, and given, like,
Alright.
could I actually build a trading post and then a temple and get water 1 before Logis? I guess Logis would just, you would burn down to 5 to take it, so.
So this is
Yeah,
maybe my like.
I don't see myself needing spades a lot anymore.
This is my middle town here.
Yeah, I assume you would dig one of the
Whoa, alright.
Leech.
That's there's your coins, Logis.
So yeah, it gives me a town. It gives me access to maybe putting,
Yep.
you know,
Let's
a6.
do this now.
Yeah, just do this now because I'm
Starting to get
I'm
worrisome.
on my way there.
Okay, so I'm building a trading post, and then I am taking a temple for something. Do I want to give Ryan a 2 for 1, or do I want to give FadiB a 2 for 1? FadiB's more apt to be a no. Oh, FadiB can't accept Leech right now. There we go. I know.
Well, I'm maxed out.
Yeah, exactly. You can't accept Leech right now, so.
I will at some
Sorry, what? You just broke up there.
right after my power right now. Oh. Yeah, that's because I'm not talking. Bigger screen is on the left side. My laptop is on the right side, so I have to. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, but now it just cut off. Like, we could hear the first part of that, and then it cut off. I don't know. Are you able to jump into the
Is it
VC
more
from your
clear?
phone? We just heard that. Yeah.
Okay, so it's delayed.
The last 2 things you've said have come through. Before that, some stuff would come through loud and clear, and then the audio would just tail off with no volume. That's what would happen.
5 for 4. Jeez. Yeah, I think I have so much I hurt my economy so much this game that I need.
Yeah, you're also connected, so
something.
you're in
Yeah.
like you can just start contesting 36 endgame points. So I will just build this temple, unless I want that priest for some reason. The reason why I want that priest, not yet. Yay, I'm producing my first priest in round 4.
Well played.
Thanks. Nomads have a priest, I win. GG.
GG.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll go here because is dwarves are connected. Then how many hexes can they get? I think A6 is under 0 threat. I'm just looking towards endgame scoring now. Like, where do I want to?
Oh, where are you flying to?
It's open. Yeah, it's open. It's D11. Otherwise, I was considering whether I do D11 or if
But
I do water one.
D11. If you take D9, then it's not connected with my structures.
Yeah, Then if you take D11, then I take D9, right?
Yeah, so I'm just thinking
But
maybe
do I
more.
take D9? I'm not sure I
Yeah.
take D9 to be honest, cause it's a dig and a tunnel. And what do I get from there?
I'm thinking more F1, right? I'm able to get a spade because I'm probably passing first. Because after this, what am I doing? I don't think I'm doing much more. So I'm passing. I'm getting the spade. I'm gonna dig G1, and then I'll jump to. I could get I2, and then maybe jump to A6, and maybe get a third town down south. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll just build F1 first.
Interesting.
Just because it's on the edge, I'll be able to use spade G1, which is on the edge, and then A6, I'll be able to get that. D11, I think it's maybe getting too greedy. I could get I2, which is just as good. That locust going there.
More leech coming at you, Fatty. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, so now I'm just maybe converting a couple power. Passing, getting the spade, and...
Is my audio still shit, or...?
Sounds beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, I think Alchemist, when you have the Stronghold and upgraded Digging, you can stop taking Leech. Like, you're producing your own Leech. You don't need to spend VPs on that.
Really? Even if, I mean,
Yeah.
they're just workers, is my opinion. Like, if you're taking 2-for-1s, you're getting workers. I mean, if you're taking...
I mean, maybe 3-for-2s. I don't know. I'm one of the people who, like, I don't take. I just have a hard time losing points when I'm really behind. Even though, like, I could have potential for good endgame scoring, or if I see my points total is 25 off the leader, I just have a hard time losing more VPs. That's just me.
Yeah, fair enough. So you're just a little bit more on the conservative side of leeching.
Yeah, like what else is this doing right now? Like, I have all my dwellings out and I have 7 workers. Like, what? I don't think I'm gonna accomplish much more by taking this in round 4 than otherwise. But obviously I could be wrong.
Yeah. No, it totally makes sense. You still take 2-for-1s, I assume.
2-for-1s.
Oh yeah, you would take 2-for-1s because worst case scenario, there it's the same as a coin version.
It's the same as a coin.
And it can be a worker, so it just makes it a bit more flexible.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna build the landscape now. Here.
Looks good.
I need to convert stuff before, so points like this, this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Aaron is probably winning edge just with the south portion. He doesn't even have to connect to win edge.
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again, Logus.
You are probably winning the edge scoring just with your south buildings.
Right.
You don't even have to connect.
You think 6? Oh, I guess I could hard dig I7 or something maybe.
Oh no, friend. Friend, stop.
Dream is gone. All right.
I mean, you had to expect this. This is not a surprise.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a surprise, but it wasn't expected. I'd say it was sort of 50-50.
Okay.
I mean, there's a million places you might want to dig, and at that point, like, I don't know, I took the black hex, so now you just double dug a yellow. I don't know. It seems okay.
It seems like both of you should be paying attention to E6.
Well, I'm paying attention to it, but me taking a black hex from out...
shipping.
Yeah, it requires 3 shipping, so I mean, there's only so much paying attention to it that I can do. If I get to 3 shipping and alchemists don't dig it, I'll obviously hard dig it, but I don't know, I'm not gonna... Yeah.
Alchemist probably can make it down there with E6, D10 bridge to B8. But yeah, it's kind of hard now because you need the bridge from C2 to B3. And
I need a lot of things that like I said, I don't think I don't think I can connect. If I had like I don't know, my expectations for this game are pretty low. Like I took I4 because nobody messed with nomads yet, so I did it now. But it's mostly
hey, I did my portion. I took E2 so that they don't connect with E2.
Yeah, but you took E2 for your own gain. It's not like
It's fine. It's fine.
like you're trying to you're trying to make it seem like you're basically the reason I did I4 over something else is I'm only gonna build one dwelling anyways this round because the eighth one doesn't give me income.
Yeah,
This gave me more instant power right now, and it kind of screws a bit with Aaron, which is always a good thing.
Always.
And I mean, if he wants to connect, he's gonna have to go up to 3 shipping, and like I already have tempo on E6. Like if he wants to if I want to deny him connection completely, I can. I don't know that I will do it, but like uh it's this dynamic that's like now installed here. Also, I really need this action, which I'm gonna take now because I don't want to wait any longer not having this
And do
bridge.
you lose the big building tile?
Yeah, but
I'm okay with
he just gets the
I'm
trading
okay with
post tile. I was trying... That trading post was... I mean, it's a point worse than building it next turn, so I'm
But it's
fine.
coins that you need more.
Sort of. I'm paying a point to convert a worker into 2 coins and a power. It's eh. That was mainly because I was trying to... I would rather Fadi have to take the big building tile than get on the TP tile, and I would rather the dwelling tile. And if...
I want to pass behind you, basically, is my
Yeah,
idea.
I have
So I
no...
take your pass tile, and I can pass for the 2 workers as soon as you pass in round 6,
Yeah.
assuming that I don't have like anything really important to do that I can give up, but that's the idea here also. So that gave me enough power to have like a more efficient action rather than just like digging for stalling, which I mean could work, but like this was just a bit better. Like I still have an action. You can choose. I have at least an action. Is
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say. All right. I'm gonna send that priest somewhere.
Hmm.
Question is, where?
Fire?
Ironically,
Probably fire.
fire probably fire. Yeah, makes sense. If I had two priests, I would just send both of them to air or water.
Yep.
Probably air, just for the even though like a dig is not a cult spade is not so significant for alchemists, but like it's better than nothing. So I think it's just gonna be fire. Pass for the TP tile.
Yeah, it's been a wild game. Hmm.
3 for 2. Ah, yeah. I'm still gonna decline. It's probably wrong, but I don't want it. I just don't want it. I like free leech. That's what I like. I like singles, just like slowly.
Hmm. Well, I'm always building a trading post here. Not convinced about my sequencing here. Sanctuary for Air 1 isn't actually terrible this round. It's only 1 point worse. Pass tile for track. I get a town right away. And then I get 3 Air 1 points. So it's 2 points better. If I get some leech, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. It's one of those weird things, like investing, like if I'm not connected, then one shipping still has utility because I can, build stuff. Uh, two shipping has no use. So it's like trying to find a way where I can. So that's why, like, in upgrading three shipping to get to E6, like the last thing you would want to do is like, upgrade shipping twice and then just get nothing from it is like really bad. Um, I probably just don't try to connect this game, but I'm sort of trying to think about whether I hard dig H9 so I have tempo on it with two shipping. I don't know, something. Okay.
Bridge makes sense.
Yeah, taking off the pressure out on the back.
Anyone else needing a bridge?
I don't think so.
Doesn't seem like it right now, but no. Okay, so I can, for instance, pass for coins, so I don't have to take that.
Yeah, you don't have to take it round 6 then. It's probably better here.
This game has been wild. Alchemists are not connecting these eastern structures, obviously. So your edge scoring seems, I don't know, limited. You can do, well, A2, A3, you can take something else. You have I4, you 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you do a fifth somewhere for some reason. Dwarves have B9, D11, probably F7, that's 3. They are connected. They probably take I3. 4, that's 4. Do they get a fifth? Fifth seems like the stretch. So I feel like I can get to 5 here pretty easily, not connected, and that there's decent points there. I I have so many workers. Part of me feels like hard digging h9 and placing a a dwelling or a landscape or something there makes sense.
H9?
Yeah. And I think there's just a crazy world, given how much endgame... Normally, I would just be like, oh, I'm just giving up on connection. It seems too expensive. I'll just try to do other things. But there's 2 rounds of scoring. And I know I can compete in one of them without connecting, but I'm just wondering with so many workers, if like I do dig on h9, I get to 2 shipping, and then if there is a world... this is much easier for you guys to ruin me, given that this is an open table, but where... I upgrade shipping to 2 and be like, okay, Fadi, now you have to take E6 if you actually care. But then he's developing on a side of the map that he's never going to connect, and maybe he does want to save his resources to carve out more of his own edge. So then I take it. And if not, do I just triple dig D9 or something? Like from H9, I have a backup of a green hex to connect. And I don't know if there's just enough points here for that to be worth it. Probably. I'm going to dig a landscape, guys, and see what happens here.
I was gonna talk before you did that. I would argue that D9 first and then H9, right? Because alchemists are unlikely to take H9.
Well, I don't have 2 ship yet, so you would have just upgraded ship here?
Right.
I mean, I guess it's the same because I upgrade ship. Well, no, I upgrade ship. The problem is now in this position, upgrading ship to 2 gives me 2 hexes I can attack at the same time. That's sort of my argument. So then 2 players both have to do something versus if I upgrade ship and then Ryan takes D9 and then I'm like, okay, now I have to go for E6. So then I put down a landscape and then Fadi takes like, I don't know.
Like D9's a triple dig for you. So
Yep. It's just 9. It's 9 workers for competing in network, which after a triple dig, am I still in the network race? Maybe. Probably. I would normally never do this. I'm just like, this is me trying to think through this Fire and Ice stuff and thinking that there might just be like, is that just an 18-point triple dig?
Maybe. Most likely, yeah.
I don't know. This is when I want Jekyll to respond in chat because usually she's the one that I... If she says something's okay, then I'm like, okay, I can calm down and not think that this is insane. Or, you know, sometimes...
Jekyll is in the chat and she agrees with what I said for...
She did. I saw that.
Alchemist,
so, well done. No, she agreed with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm still declining 3 for 2.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes sense.
No, it's not bad to be in alignment with her opinions on things. Man, I hate upgrading ship here. Super hate it.
The good thing about upgrading ship here is that even if you don't get the connection, you still get a bunch of hexes, right? You get A4 and G2.
This is basically all my stuff, just saying, all right, table, do what you will. I mean, this probably I also should have waited for witches to just, you know, like, I don't know.
I mean, witches could have flown to D9, and if they fly to D9, then I take E6, but I can't take E6.
Yeah, if you don't know what Ryan's on board with.
I can't just take E6, exactly.
Interesting.
I cannot, if there was right now, a dwelling on D9, then I would take E6 for sure. Now it kind of doesn't make sense, because I don't think I'm playing, then Logos what?
Can take D6. D9.
D9. He doesn't care in the slightest.
I think Logos is connected. Part of my read on this as well is that if Logos is doing hard digs, he's trying to compete for second on edge scoring. Because he has I3, I2, F7. Right. Like, if he has extra workers to slam around, he has edges to dig.
It's not D9, yeah.
It's not D9. It's I2 from witches before they found a town down there, and then getting to I1 and stuff.
Yeah. So since we're open table, like, I'll just, like, I don't give a hoots about D9. Like, my plan is to go to I2, take the double dig H2 G1, and use my single spade on I1.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's my plan, and then I have 2 spades on B1 for an easy town. I'm gonna build a temple on F1 and a temple on probably D2, and then
Yeah,
next round.
no, that I figured that's what your plan.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
that's
also I was debating I could take H2 and H1, but like it's one more edge. It cuts your town. It's I don't know. It's all
These are obviously really tricky discussions to have with Open Table. I feel like we're really pushing the limits of this kind of format. And so what I will say is, I mean, at the end of the day, like just it's hard to ignore information you know about players, so do whatever you want. I obviously don't really care. But my perfect vision for Open Table is that people hear information because we're having a conversation. But I've sometimes said, like, well, I'm going to do that anyhow because I'm going to play this game out the way I would normally. Like, even though I know you were going to do that, I didn't really see that before, so sometimes I'm going to play it. So, like, you know, if you think you want to just dig E6 because you think Ryan would go to D9 and he's telling you some spicy line that you would have never thought in a million years he wouldn't take it, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not asking you to
No,
dig
no,
E6 on me, but
that's
you know what I
I'm
mean.
not.
Like,
I won't. I won't. Like the thing about this open, like this is a good point about this open table is like you can't be too open. Like obviously I know Ryan is looking at H2.
H2.
It's H2. He wants H2 and he wants a town there. Like it's very obvious. Like I don't need for him to tell me that he wants to take
Yeah, of
H2.
course, of course.
The fact that he voices his opinion and then I take H2 makes me seem like a dick, but
Of
that's not the
course.
point. Is I obviously see that it's a possibility.
I'm just trying to say
That's
with stuff
the
like this, with this connection, don't let Ryan's, like, oh, I'm not going to D9 dissuade you from taking E6 necessarily. Or ignore
no,
me,
but
but, like,
I don't
dig
think
it if you're.
I don't think I don't think I was digging E6
Okay,
anyways.
fair enough.
Like
You were thinking
I
more of
think I'm
taking
not playing.
H2.
I'm yeah, I was thinking about H2 because it gives me one more edge and it's two hexes on the side of the map where I'm competing for network. That's
And
my
I
read.
think both of your decisions are a bit too greedy. I mean, especially from Ryan. I think that the down was hard to come by even if
Yes.
Fadi doesn't interfere because it's very expensive, right? And you
Yeah,
still
that
need to do
that too.
the B1 as well. So maybe just grab D9 and A6, grab the free stuff while it's there, so you can actually fight for something, right?
Yeah,
For
I get
in terms of connection, because you still need to upgrade your shipping as well if you want to connect. So you need to pick your battles, right? You're trying to fight for everything, and that usually does not work out well.
Other than Logus here, we're all very overextended. Logus is playing a kind of.
See,
I'm just doing my own.
You're just doing your own thing. I'm have myself completely overextended. Ryan's got himself overextended. Fatty actually doesn't. You just got screwed over and then did a very good job of coming back.
anyways, it's Fatty's.
Yeah,
It is Fatty's move.
it's me.
We talked a lot about in the early game about how, like, in round one, like, Fatty, your position didn't look very good because, like, I did something that sort of messed you over, and then you took a power, and then you built a stronghold, and someone took the power action. It was all this, like, oh my gosh, like a lot of stuff. But I will have to say, like, we haven't since talked about the fact that your game has been going, I think, quite well. Like the end of round two, you did have sanctuary or stronghold into temple for Earth 1 into 3 dwellings on a worker action with a
Yeah.
worker in a hand. Like you've made a very good comeback. That single spade on G4 into this nice town in the south, like H8 and G9 are a bit of a comedy of errors, but like your game has recovered very, very nicely. I guess that leech did kind of help a little bit.
No, it did. The only thing is I was a like I was disappointed that in such uh how can I say
Careful now.
I was I was disappointed that in such an open situation for alchemist on this map that it's very rare to see and that it ended up still not working as one could expect. That's the only thing that's and H8 is risky because like you know the nomad stronghold is really enticing on this map. So you know there's risk of losing I7. But my plan for the stronghold was that witches didn't need double dig as much anymore in round 1 and then I could take double dig and secure I7 this way. So that was the idea behind the stronghold in round 1.
Right.
I was also on the pass tile, so like why not?
Right. Yeah, fair enough. This has slowed me down a lot because the sad thing about edge scoring is the obvious spots to do edges here are going b6, a9, and a4. And I've done a lot of things this game other than taking those obvious hacks. I guess I just get to them eventually, but like, I don't know. It's
Yeah, my other strategy here that's not gonna work probably is me trying to pass right behind you, Aaron. That's just not gonna happen. I have way too much stuff to do to afford.
I think does Aaron just pass quick and then Logus pass on Aaron's tile?
I should be looking at passing. I mean, I have a sandstorm that I need to use. I have a trading post that I want to build. I have the resources for a trading post and a dwelling. Like, I have stuff I should be doing here. I should dream about a third town because I have... Oh, a third town is so sketchy.
Hello, friend. Logus.
Hi, friend. You want a neighbor there for some cheap
Sure,
TPs?
sure. Neighbor there is nice.
Yeah, I see you kind of need a place to put your TP, right?
I sure do. I love your comment in chat, Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get these guys to dig my hexes because I think it's correct.
Maybe it's not. If I was in your position, I mean...
I don't like I said, if D9 was built already, I would have.
Yeah. It just it seems scandalous, but it does make sense when you're cut off and you have your own stuff you're trying to do.
I don't know anymore.
I'll just talk out loud quickly about my game because I'm staring at the map here. Is like I want A9 this game. That's one thing I want. I want a trading post this round. I want to use my sandstorm this round. I also am at least entertaining the notion, as I always do, even though this is like probably too much of a game, but is whether or not I can get a third town this game. The third town would really entail 3 more coins this round. Building a dwelling on B6, sandstorming and building a dwelling on A7, and then building my trading post there. Would love to do that. Next round sandstorm would be A9, A12, I'd fire 2 or something weird, and then just do a lot of stuff. But I don't have the coins to
support all that.
You have 5 structures wasted, right? D4, I5, A6, H9, E6.
Yeah.
5 structures wasted, probably you can't get the third town.
Yeah, you're right. It involves a temple and an expensive trading post, basically. If B6 and A7 were the dwellings this round, like C3 is a sanctuary, and then I have 3 more structures on my board, so I need a 4, so it means a temple. And then I'd need a trading post this round on A7, a dwelling on B6. I temple for fire 2.
Now that you connected, you probably just want more edge, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Take A4 and then do the sandstorm on. Maybe you can even hard dig A7 to just get another edge. I don't know if it's worth it. Probably not.
Well, I also have I9, which I can possibly hard dig. So the question is, like, I want to build a trading post probably this round, and the first question I need to answer is it going to be part of a town? Because I'm going to be towning doing a third town. This trading post build absolutely needs to be part of it. Otherwise, I need like a 17 structure game or something. And so I've answered that question. No, there isn't a third town. And so then the question becomes, where are my final 3 dwellings going? Where is my sandstorm going?
Let's just say, like, we're talking here open, right?
Yeah.
If you sandstorm E7,
yeah.
Sandstorm maybe D10, and then you get hard dig F7, then there's your third town.
It's possible. Yeah, it would just mean leaving all this northern stuff out, which seems bad, but it's kind of the same. But I think either way that the trading post does just go on E6. Mainly because I don't care. I guess I should give FadiB a 3 for 2. E6 gives me some possibility of...
What about D4?
Well, no, because that's 2 free power. But yeah.
I like that free power.
Sorry, guys. I promise I will finish in 1 second.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is fine.
Right. There you go, Fatty.
Cool.
Oh.
So, Locust, you're probably passing first here. I have an action. I assume you're considering whether you just pass now or whether you take your cult step or send a priest or something. That dwelling pass tile is looking juicy. The only thing I didn't discuss amongst all my nonsense was passing tempo. I talked about towns and edges and all that kind of stuff. Didn't talk about passing. I'm now looking at passing. I assume Logus passes first, but maybe he really wants that trading post. I don't know.
I think I'm in a decent. Yeah, maybe does he want to beat me on? Put his priest.
Priest to air and a bump. And then another spade. That is 4 points.
And spades, which he is running out of real estate, right?
I guess the thing is, Ryan, is if you pass for the dwelling scoring, I'm guessing Logus stays in to take the cult, or you take the cult and he passes for the dwelling scoring.
Yeah. All I know is I'm building this here, and then
seeing what happens.
If the dwelling's still open, I'm
really. Oh, I guess Logus can't still steal air. What am I talking about? You can still use a priest. I don't know what's going on.
All I know is in the passing order, like I can either pass for the big building or the trading post, which I have all of them out. So if only last round was dwelling round. So he is trying to pressure me.
This also seems criminal. I'm just passing I did all of that nonsense and I just get the dwelling tile.
So what did he do?
My cults are a mess here.
So now Fatty can pass.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass here.
If you
that
pass,
gives
I pass.
The tile to Ryan, and it's just a good tile for me.
And then
I would have liked to build the forced TP here.
But then I get air if Ryan passes for the TP, so that's why I sent the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he can just pass after.
But then, like, let's say it's 8 points on Logus, so it's like who's
right
this competition here? Like, who's winning? Like, is it Aaron? Is it Logus? Is it Fatty? Is it like who? Fatty has no towns yet built out, but
yeah, staying in for you, Logus, does make sense. I mean, you're also just like getting an extra spade out of it. Although, are you gonna be able to use those spades? Oh, you have the landscape. You can jump with one of them.
Yeah, he can jump.
So you can like F7, I3 or something.
Something.
I memean, that's a little sketchy ahead of nomads that don't have enough power for a coins action and nothing else to do but to sandstorm, but...
No, I3 is safe.
I3 is safe, F7 isn't, so I'm wondering where your local spade goes.
You can tunnel with both.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
All right. I know how to play this game.
No, I think it's just the first one. You can tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you could. I mean, you could double dig, but well, gosh, yeah. And everyone thought this was an expert commentary. How does the Great Tunnel work? Oh, every time they get spades, they may tunnel with these spades. There's a lot of S's there.
The tunnel have to be from the.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't have to be from the landscape.
From any hex.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Just passing.
But it can be a 3 jump from the landscape.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, yes.
I mean, there's no example of that on this board, but
no, but it could be.
So I think just on the table, passing for the trading post is better. Yeah, and I need my priest to be able to
connect.
Yeah. To be able to connect, so.
So this is priest to air, priest action, and bump, Logus?
I already bumped it.
Yeah, he already bumped.
No, I mean, you send a priest to air, you buy a priest, and you use that priest to bump air to lock it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, does he really want to do that, or?
What else is he doing?
I think so.
That's okay.
I mean, he's spending 6 leech of power to buy a priest, gaining 3 back. So he's spending 3 leech to gain 4 points and a delta of 8.
Happening?
What?
What the?
What do you mean? What happened?
There's something going.
Yeah, my UI bugged.
Oh, okay.
It showed me with the -1 priest.
You had minus 1 priest. Okay, that's
That's spicy.
Hold on, now I need to do some math. Probably better to just build a trading post there, but
okay. So I guess I do just hard dig F7. Is that what I want to do? We're going to run out of workers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 workers.
Always an interesting dilemma, like in the last round. Does alchemists just take coins, or do they still go for workers?
I haven't made up my mind yet. I will choose to not disclose this information if y'all don't mind.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this other town I don't think is ever happening. We'd need like 13 workers.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it is. And it also reduces I would have to hard dig F7 and then sandstorm D10. So it would be 1 less bit of edge scoring, as opposed to if I was going to do that, I could just hard dig A7 and sandstorm A8, right? So that same sequence is just like 1 extra edge, which might matter. I mean, I'm not rich in edge given my connection shenanigans, right? My hard dig was H9, not I9. I have like 5 now, and I can get to 7. And I think I should probably do that. 1, 2, 3. I mean, witches have 4, 5 or something. Dwarves will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably 6 is enough. Alchemists, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I think I'm just abandoning the town, which means I'm just opening with building a sanctuary while FadiB doesn't have any leech. And then the question is, what town am I taking? If I just upgrade shipping and build out 2 dwellings, then I actually have enough stuff to do all that. So do I just take points in the form of an 8-point town, which is 11 points? Maybe?
Oh wow! I'm now looking at the stream chat. The chat, it's so lit.
It's so what?
I need to refresh my Twitch. Apparently, I see AJ you saying things to AJ, but it doesn't show in my Twitch.
Towns are for chumps.
Yep.
Oh yeah, FadiB, you haven't founded any towns.
Nope.
Sick.
Not yet.
You gonna do that?
I'm working on it.
Thinking about it, eh?
Yeah.
Might break down and found a town.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I mean, I can just hard dig A7, power to worker, sandstorm A8. It's a little sad. Upgrade shipping and pass. I can save a resource point by getting 1 less edge by going B6, A8. Gosh, I think my game is just, that's my game. And I just leave 1. I'll have 3 shipping. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open yellows, 2 of which are edge. Oh, I can just build A4. What am I talking about?
Yeah, just build A4.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a noob. I should just build A4.
That's a free edge.
Yeah.
What about A4, B4, then, you only have...
B4 is taken.
Yeah, A4, yeah.
Just build A4 and sandstorm something on the edge, and like it's gonna be 2 edge regardless.
Yeah. Then I just save a hard dig, which maybe is a temple for nothing good. I don't know.
Who took the workers? Dwarves?
Yeah, dwarves took the workers.
I took the workers.
Ryan, are you tying me on
maybe.
network?
No, because I don't have my landscape out, right?
Right.
If I would, then I'd
Then maybe, yeah.
But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 edge going. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go for the big play.
What's the
I
big?
did not calc this out here.
Oh, that's greasy.
Yeah.
Greasy.
So we'll see. FadiB can block me if he wants. But...
I'll just take H1. Okay.
Yeah.
you guys fighting for edge, like if we all get bunched up on this edge scoring and we all end up with like similar amounts of points, that's actually good for me.
So if I'm just sandstorming like F7, building a dwelling, and then upgrading shipping, I have 2 workers. I can count. Shipping and a dwelling is 6 coins. A dwelling is a worker. I use my priest. I have 2 workers and 3 coins or both 3 power left over. And I can't do anything with that. It's not worthwhile trying to hang on to for power for a temple or something. So I'm wondering if I just take the priest here, and there are points in a priest to something. Probably a priest to water or a priest to fire. It's worth more than a resource point. Seems about right.
I think I'll probably end up tying with FadiB on that work. I think he does have enough to probably finish with 1 structure. Which -2.
FadiB coming for fire. I see your fire 2 plus something else probably.
That's.
So you go fire 3? Ugh.
Yo.
Ugh.
People sometimes, I like it, and I am guilty of it as well. Like we sometimes act as if we're entitled to some things in this game.
It's my fire call, man.
It's my call. Like, dude, you haven't won it yet.
Yet. Yeah, because the issue is if I defend fire, then Aaron takes Earth.
Exactly. I don't think you need to worry about me. I mainly put this priest to defend against Aaron's priest because that's a swing directly.
I'm just here like, please don't talk about water. Like, I don't have a priest to spare or nothing. Just like.
All right, I could steal.
You guys do what you guys want to do.
Yeah, of course you could. So nicely placed water 3 and a couple of priests.
I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna disincentivize people to send priest to Earth, and maybe I have a priest left over because he doesn't send a priest to Earth to threaten me.
Or he just.
Well, I need one for shipping. I need one for shipping.
You don't need one for shipping.
Well, unless I don't sandstorm another hedge.
I made a mistake. Yeah, you actually don't need. No, you don't need one for shipping.
Well, I have to count edge scoring. So if I want my sandstorm on an edge, I would sandstorm F7 or H10 or whatever. Alternately, I can sandstorm D10 or D9 and connect on 2 ship.
Yeah.
So the question is, do I need that extra edge? And it's kind of hard to count with all of FadiB's resources. 1. Right now you're going to have 2. You have 4. You're easily going to get to 5.
Do you see, like, where would he get his?
Oh, wait a second. You're out of structures.
Like, he could build A1, H1, which is 2. Then D1, I guess, if he builds D1.
Witches are only ever getting to 5. Dwarves are getting to 1.
What do you mean witches are getting to 5?
I should have built another training post last round.
Oh, you're getting to 6, so I do need 7 to beat you.
I'm getting to 8.
Getting to 8, yeah, or 8.
Unless FadiB decides to dig I1.
Oh, I2. Sorry, I have a hard time counting this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 5. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's definitely. I don't know. I'm taking the sandstorm, I think.
What would you give Leech?
Locus.
To Logis and to
Priest was very wrong.
this
Pardon?
9 was.
I guess. I don't know. Because it's an extra edge for Logos. Maybe I don't care about that. I guess I don't care about that.
Logis has 1 edge. I don't think he's trying to. Or has any.
I don't think I got any chance at edge. Even FadiB's gonna beat me at edge.
Fair enough.
Even Fadi. Wow.
Even Fatty.
Yeah, I mean he's not
Gross.
quick, but he still beat me at edge.
So-
Whoa, okay, that's too much Leech, man.
Sorry, dude. Just take some points.
So I'll just secure this and then upgrade shipping 3 times.
I like Ryan's edge scoring thing. It's all in pairs. Like A5, A6, B1, C1, F1, G1,
I1, I2.
I1, I2. Looks good. That's these 8 cults here.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you play alchemists. Just scrape the bottom of the cult point barrel.
Oof, what happened in this air cult, man?
What happened to what cult?
The water cult. I was looking into something else, trying to fix my phone. And
I sent a priest to water, and then
I did the same.
Fatty followed with late alchemist attack.
Low hanging fruit on the cults.
Just. Please, no one take the water. Maybe Fatty will. I don't know. Yeah, Fatty's probably gonna take water 3.
Yeah, water 3 incoming, fellas. Freestone.
Six for 5.
How do you feel about that?
No, I think I'll pass. Yeah. Big sad.
So who's winning this?
I
Me?
think
Question
Ryan?
mark?
Maybe
No,
Fatty.
probably. Maybe.
How's the network breaking down?
You're winning network
Yeah.
and finishing second on edge scoring.
Or am I tying on edge scoring?
I think you may tie network with Fatty. I think Fatty may have enough.
Oh.
No, FadiB is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am getting second on edge. I'm second on edge and tying network. That's a shame.
I think your like Nomad's game was just maybe missing a few points.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm like 126 here.
Oh my god, BJ is being so fucking slow.
But then again, it might like Locust still has like 24.
Yeah, I still have
just
a cool points. Yeah, but I think FadiB might take a water and fire now.
Start by claiming my hexes.
Just getting back to chat, AJ has some concerns about Fatty's game. Was that a
That's fair.
comment from a long time ago? I don't know.
Yeah, it's been.
Okay.
I think it was at the start of Rolls.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is Logos tying me on network? Should I like try to intervene with that?
No, I don't actually.
You're not
right,
tying.
you got 4.
Yeah, I'm at 4 because I don't have my landscape up.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
I
yeah,
intervene,
you should intervene at B5 probably.
With a hard dig, you just spend a resource point.
Yeah, it's otherwise I tie him. That's why I was looking at that. That's why I was actually taking the tunnels first, because the tunnels are worth more for me. But yeah, I mean, I should have prioritized the hexes near Ryan.
but
B9 could be later.
you still have like 3 workers, 4 workers, and 2 coins, so you can still.
I don't have enough
No,
because there is no ages. Ages in hex, which is one big, right?
it's B4. B4 is adjacent.
Before no, before is my hex. I can't dig my own hex.
Yeah, but B5 is already great.
Yeah, you mean, oh, right, I just hard dig it and place
Yeah.
it anyways.
You
Because
guys can waste hard digs basically. You can
yeah,
trade hard
because I
digs on
don't have
B5.
anything to do. I have nothing else to do with my resources, so yeah, you wanna lose 1 point with me, Ryan?
Sounds like a
And
plan.
like I'm losing a point, you're losing a point, so it's like
Yeah,
there's
that's
no point
fantastic.
in our points.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
lose 1 point
Do
with
that.
me. You come with me, we're friends.
I'll just do this here. Upgrade shipping.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time calculating this game. Fatty, you're in the 140s here, though, I think.
Really?
I think so.
That would be surprising.
Maybe it's less than that.
So Fatty.
You're building a temple. You're getting a temple, another trading post, and a dwelling out, right?
I don't think he does everything. I'm not sure which is more efficient because he gets a temple for fire 3, sends a priest to fire, sends a priest to water, and he wins 2 calls. But does he have anything left after
Well,
that?
and he also ties me on network if he gets another structure out.
Yeah, I think I'm building. I'm definitely
And
building a temple.
he breaks the tie with us. I think it's better to actually build a temple for water, maybe to get the power.
Is it water 2 to take?
Yeah, it's
And then the
two,
bump
and
on
then the step
Earth.
on Earth.
Yeah, that's how I was calculating it. And then you tie me on network. Well, I don't know if you can get the dwelling out from the temple. I don't know if you
I
have
think I can.
I
need 5 workers, and I have them.
You need 5
But
workers. You
the
need
dig
a dig, which is 6, but
is
you get
so big,
power. Yeah, it's probably there.
It's there. It is there. It's just a question.
I just well, assuming you're going to do that because it's just way more points. Fire is safe.
Yeah, fire is safe. I can't. If I take fire 3, yeah, if I take fire 3, then I need to lose a worker to go off water, I think.
Yeah.
Let's just do the temple somewhere on accept power.
Offer Logus a 4 for 3.
5 for 4.
Well, I guess that gives a free power to Ryan, but
It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything.
I guess not. As long as he doesn't.
2, there's still one. Air 1 is like straight up 4 points just for me.
Yeah, it is.
2 is 1 points like in total.
Is it?
The things.
Well,
it's 2 plus 1.
It's 3 to the table. It's more than 3 to Ryan, but it's less to, which is who you probably care about. I guess Ryan's in the lead here. I don't know. No idea.
Yeah, Ryan has 18 points on end scoring, but
Yeah.
only 3 on
3
the other
on
one.
the other one, and then I only have like 4, 6. I have like 10 points right now. 11 points.
Logus is gonna pass for how much?
0.
0. Okay, and he has 26 cult points.
Yeah.
And 3 networks and some edge. Like Logus is still in. Oh, I think.
I got nothing on edge. I'm dead less on edge. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, I think Logus.
Yeah, that's the issue with the dwarves, right? On expansion, it's so hard to get expansion points. Almost any expansion, it's just hard for them.
I think I have Logus and maybe Fatty. I think he's competing with me, and probably Fatty does beat me.
Right. So trading post. Actually, just dig first.
Yeah, this is also a common theme for expansion, which is just make 2 towns. Don't care about the third town. It's better to win connection in the expansion than just
Right.
have 2 towns in the third town.
Right. 2 towns and focus on the end game scoring.
Yeah, the issue with dwarves, as I said, it's that it's just they suck at all expansion scoring.
Right.
But I wanted to try something. It's just that I was also a bit slow to grab some hexes, and I think that the correct play there was not grab water one, because I scored what 9 from water one. That doesn't compensate. I should have gone for hexes aggressively.
Right.
HA is also pretty slow for me.
I've had 2 errors pop up. I forget what I was doing, but it was when it was trying to return me the option to do conversions. I got like big red errors.
Yeah.
Something's going on. So
Alright,
so
fellas.
Ryan's got this. I'm dead last here. I'm
Fatty
120s.
has this.
Fatty has this. Okay, I'm glad someone's been
Fatty-
counting.
Wow.
So
I haven't counted.
so it's Fatty, Ryan, Logus, me, I think.
Well, does Fatty? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
Let's
know.
just see it.
Fatty just likes to see the animations. You always hate when people are like telling people how it's gonna break.
No, it's Fadi. It's Fadi. Well played,
Yeah,
Fadi.
Fatty by 2 points.
Nice. So for all my whining.
Yeah, for all your whining and for all your must stop nomads.
Well, I didn't stop you. That's the thing.
Well, I foresucked.
Yeah, I think the worst hit was when I took water one. Then he had no scoring. Like he got earth one. But
I got earth one, and I got trading posts on the trading post pass tile, and then later
it
in
might
the
be a tie.
and then later on the round track, an error one. I don't know. It did suck, yeah. But earth one was okay.
That's a tie. Oh, I think I win.
No, you win.
By 1 point.
Oh.
You win by this resource point.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the one that you didn't spend.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Like if you had hard dug, we would have tied.
Wow.
So, like, who knew witches from like the start, like after messing up C4? Like how much better would they have been?
Yeah,
Their stronghold is just so goddamn good. It's
Yeah.
just so good in this map. It's
Yeah, it is.
So what happened here? Because we were trashing on witches a little bit, and I say we, I mean mainly you guys. We're trashing on how like you found witches kind of suspect here.
Yeah, I was trashing because I wasn't sure what you were going to do, but
what I was going to do? Well, what I would argue is I attacked witches in round 1, and then witches made a bad error of double digging a hex and then later triple digging for a town. So, like, I don't think the game broke well for witches. I think the game broke against witches, and then Ryan made an error and then made a later expensive decision and then still pulled this off. So...
Yeah, it's just the economic is just that important, right? He went for double econ, which is R2 and stronghold, which is you usually don't recommend that in normal games, but in expansion scoring it pays off.
Right.
But the stronghold was round 3, so
It's still the problem is that the stronghold just saves you hexes, right? You just grab the A6 without the shipping, and then you can grab A5 from me, so I don't reach A5. That's already the swing and edge scoring between the two of us. I had hopes for A2, but what's the point in trying A2 if I'm against Witch's stronghold? It just kills Gray here.
Mm-hmm.
Also I think like something that was like maybe a little underestimated is that like everyone like the classical start is like C3 F4, right? And even if I lost C4, like just by starting D3, like being able like round 2 just take a single dig, and my worker economy wasn't that hurting, right? Like
Yeah, that's fair.
if I would have started C4, F4, take double dig D7, I basically, I think I
Stronghold
have to
saves
start
your
stronghold.
yeah,
Yeah,
but the stronghold saves your economy no matter what happens, basically.
yeah.
Yeah. Because the crazy thing is, Ryan, is I'm just looking right now at how much digging you did this game.
I did a lot.
I think you dug 12 times. Are there 12 spades? 1, 2,
2,
3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I
9,
count
10, 11.
11.
And then A5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it's 11. And just for fun, how much digging, Fatty, did you do here? Did you do 11?
Oh,
I guess the
Not.
point I'm trying to
I
make
did
is
less. I
did
did
Ryan
less.
do as much as alchemists in this game?
I
And
did
then riddle me
1,
that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did 9 digs.
9. I'm trying to count the hex. I can't remember some of the hex colors. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
But anyhow.
I did A1, A2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 digs.
So 9 digs. So Ryan dug more than alchemist here. Which, I mean...
Yeah, but I built all my structures with like I built 17.
Which is pretty amazing. It means you did reach natural blacks. Like, you did
Yeah, well, that's the
find a
thing.
way to do that.
It's a good color wheel for black in general. This color wheel is awesome for black.
I mean, just because you have no
Nobody's
color
after that.
neighbors, or because, like, is this better than, I don't know, red?
Like, there was only one natural black that he lost, which was I5.
Right.
Other than that, like all his expansion, like he didn't have to. So even maybe if he wasn't able to expand, like let's say on a base map where he can just upgrade shipping twice and then build out like
Uh-huh.
3 or 4 dwellings,
Uh-huh.
just the fact that like no one was taking his black hexes, he was able to like save on workers for digs.
Yeah.
Right. Heroic, you have a hard time scoring with nomads? Yeah, fair enough. I think a lot of people do. I normally score a lot more with nomads than this, but I was trying to make sort of an economic start at the beginning by just opening with a stronghold, getting an early coins action, getting a cult spade, getting all my dwellings out in round at the end of second round, and I did that. But then I don't know. I guess I didn't. I was never rolling in the resources. I never passed into cult coins. After that, I didn't get a coins action or another temple. I didn't get much cult economy. I'm not really sure. I kind of made some errors after that, but
Not to like diss on your game too much.
no, well,
but, like,
please do. I mean, I lost by 20 points, so.
Point about nomads is like getting the stronghold. It's like it's cool because it like unlocks a free hex like no matter the color.
Mhm.
But generally, you want to use it to like reach more yellow.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good
Right?
point. Hmm.
And I find like you weren't reaching them to make yellows. You were just reaching them to like maybe just purely block or just purely like.
Yep. Just dig where I was. I carved out some
Yeah.
town spots. I dug C4 to cult spade C3, which seemed interesting. I dug around my stronghold because I needed a town. But no, that's a really good point. Like, nomads and giants both want to use their action to open up or to connect two native reds or yellows respectively, and there isn't a single example of me doing that on this game.
Well, you
And
tried with I5.
I tried.
But, like,
Yeah.
I was there.
It still would have just been one. I guess the thing is it's hard to do it on this map with nomads. One nice stronghold stretch on this map, which is just not really possible with green, but is taking D3, D2. And that's sort of what you want to do, is connect like D4 to D1 with stronghold actions. Stuff like that. And I super didn't do that.
There's also the B6, A8, A9. The problem is neighbors.
Totally.
Like nomads struggle for neighbors, which is ironic, but like if green is not in the game, then like it's tough for nomads to find neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
I think nomads had the neighbors. I like
In this game, yeah, but like in generally speaking, it's tough without green.
like D4. Like what did D4 give them? Like
D4.
it gave them one lead. So like, was that the proper placement?
D4 gave me connection through the south, if that was an option. That's what it gave me. It gave me connection through I3, G2, which turned out not to happen this game, but that was sort of the plan, was to sort of connect down there, basically.
Like if you're starting like automatically, like let's say you plan on opening stronghold, if you start like I6 or I4 instead of D4, does it like
Well, that's the other thing, is that I changed my mind with my strategy. I was going to open with a temple and upgrade shipping and build a couple dwellings, and I wasn't sure what favor tile I wanted, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I saw the priest to earth for a cult spade line and cutting through that northern chunk, and it just seemed good, and I wanted to try it basically. But you're right, if I was going to open stronghold, just being like just not being on like H7 doesn't serve a ton of purpose. If my plan is to open stronghold, dig through the south for edge and connection, and then connect through D4 kind of stuff. Like I probably should have just opened on I4 and sandstormed, I don't know, I5 round 1 and built a dwelling on I6 and just done that or something. I don't know. I mean, my connection still isn't in the clear there in that line, but it's probably doable. So I think that's partially, yeah, I think that's partially where my game kind of went wrong. Is basically like my starting hexes didn't line up with the plan I ended up going with. They lined up with the plan that I had intended on when I first started. Anyhow, this is a really fun game, guys. Any sort of final thoughts on this color arrangement or sort of what happened, things you thought people did well or should have done better? And meanwhile, if there's any questions in chat, hit us up.
I was impressed with FadiB's game, especially the fishing thing you did was actually that G4 into H4 into H3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were not supposed to get that many lines, but yeah, the stronghold start really paid off.
I thought like the stronghold had like okay, it was 4 points because I was on the tile, but it's also that 12 power that I think here was really like
Yeah.
really helpful. Because even Ryan ended up taking double spade, but like even without that, I could take 2 workers and a priest, and that really helped me a lot to get my temple for Earth 1 and then score those dwellings because as Ryan said, the blacks were not under any pressure. So I basically delayed a bit my expansion, but it ended up working because the hexes I was gonna go to, they weren't really under threat. So that's kind of the whole why I tanked for 5 minutes in round 1 before building the stronghold. Because I kind of shifted my whole game plan, kind of like Weber did. Like he said, "Oh, I'm gonna build the stronghold now
Yeah.
instead of doing this shipping line." And I was like, "Well, I need to do something different. It's out of necessity." And I came up with this idea. So that's how it came up. And from the start, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a 2 town game, but like let's make them the 2 highest scoring towns if possible. And I ended up grabbing 11 and 9, which is like
Yeah, pretty strong.
the strongest combination you can get. So
Awesome. Well, cool. Thanks so much for doing this, guys. It's always a pleasure to
Yep.
have you on. I really appreciate it. Just before we sign off, I'm just going to announce sort of the lineup for next week's game. It's going to be on Friday again next week. Open Table is basically going to be Friday evening, so long as F2O is running, because their games are on Saturday. So Friday evening. The times, of course, will vary on Friday evening. So just checking the Discord and stuff. If you're not already in there, jump in. But for updates on when the actual times are. But for next week, it's looking like 8 p.m. The table is Jekyll, and then it's Felice spelt backwards. I do not know how to pronounce her username. Akilef? What?
SLF.
SLF? Okay. Jekyll, SLF, and Olaf the Viking are going to be coming on next Friday at 8 o'clock. The week after
Nice.
that, we've got Fickles, Danny B, and another username I'm going to butcher here, Dongicho D, maybe? Anyhow, that's going to be the following weekend, but I'll announce all that kind of stuff in the Discord as well. So thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out and for hanging out in chat and all the good comments and stuff. It's always really appreciate having you guys here and supporting the stream. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye for now.
All right.
Bye bye.